under the neon light. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all. Final Fantasy realms, magic in our hands, battling the monsters, together we stand. Every pulse of the fight, like a rock and roll band. Grinding levels up, it's all part of the plan. From pixels to glory, our story unfolds. Chasing down legends with hearts made of gold. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all. We rise from the ashes, champions we claim. In this realm of pixels, we're redefining the game. With every duel we conquer, the sound of our name echoes like thunder, we're rising to fame. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all. I got my headset on, I'm locked in the game. With every match I fight, seeking fortune and fame. Sniping at the enemies, I'm never feeling tame. In this virtual world, I carve out my name. Crown on my head, achievements in my sight. Every victory earned under the neon light. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all. Final Fantasy realms, magic in our hands, battling the monsters, together we stand. Every pulse of the fight, like a rock and roll band. Grinding levels up, it's all part of the plan. From pixels to glory, our story unfolds. Chasing down legends with hearts made of gold. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all. We rise from the ashes, champions we claim. In this realm of pixels, we're redefining the game. With every duel we conquer, the sound of our name echoes like thunder, we're rising to fame. Come together, we'll play all night. In this digital space, we shine so bright. LordBiegel, lead and watch the enemies fall. In this first-person dream, I give it my all.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, John. Hello, Wolf. Aren't you supposed to pity the fool like Mr. T would say? No, I blast fools. I don't pity them. I have a cat that wants to go right back outside as soon as I start this stuff up again. Every damn time, I swear to God. How are you guys doing this evening, though? Figure we do a little chatty chat, and then I do some blasting. I will have to let that cat out. Maybe get myself some water here in a moment, because I'm relatively low on my root beer, unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, because I really don't care for mug that much. But such is life. Such is life. You want outside next? relaxing before you go to sleep. Gotcha. Relaxing is always a wonderful and splendid thing to do. This is how I relax, usually. I'm assuming we got Tay. Yep, there's Tay. Hello, Tay. Hello, Mayo. Figured we'd do a nice little chat time. You guys can ask me questions that have been burning you on the insides and stuff like that. Have a nice little get to know Beagle more time, you know. And if I sound a little different, I have a terrible, terrible sore throat. And I think it makes me sound a lot deeper than normal. And I actually, up here, I have old-fashioned natural clove drops, which help a shit ton with the pain. But it does not really get rid of the inflammation, unfortunately. It just takes away the pain. And these are like handmade stuff too, from a place called Weaver's, and it is a Mennonite store, which is really nice. Like this entire bag, which is a little over a pound, only costs like $3.50. So it's a lot cheaper than buying like Hall's cough drops and stuff like that, and it works just as well. So if I sound a little different, that's why I have a terrible sore throat. I'm also waiting to see what other animal wants to go out. Going outside, Sylvester, or are you good? Huh? Apparently Sylvester's going to come visit now. Hi. Do you want to go back outside, or are you going to come visit? Is your face okay? You hit the cat food container pretty good. Everyone's favorite little ragamuffin Sylvestitator. Get yourself a cup of tea with some whiskey and a dab of honey. I would do a hot toddy. It does sound really good, but I think I'll hold off on that. Someone says I don't really comment, but I want to say thank you to Alpha Computer, who gave me a membership yesterday when I was offline. So nice of them. Hope you have a lovely stream. Thank you so much for dropping in, Anna, and congratulations on receiving a gifted sub. And we shall have a lovely stream. I'm pretty sure of it. Do you want to go back outside? Man, these cats, I tell you. Let one in, then everyone wants to go back out. Want to go back outside? Well, that should cover the cats, I think. The other two don't tend to go outdoors at night, so. Hey. Get my legs up here. So how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I hope I can be heard well enough as well. Well enough as well, yes. Y'all gotta tell me, do I sound deeper than normal? Do I sound different? Do I sound more assholey, perhaps? And like I said, you guys are free to ask anything right now. I know I've been seeing a lot of people doing reactions and stuff lately. Yes, I sound deeper. All right. Maybe that'll make some people happier too. You never know. Shift the camera over a tad there. Maybe other people will be interested. And before anyone asks, that great big thing, that black thing back there, it's a new wardrobe that we brought downstairs for our boots and shoes and cloaks, coats and whatnot. Does sounding deeper sound better? There's a good question. Does it make me sound better? I don't think so, but that's just me. I have an anniversary with Shy in like 4 days. Because we think it's on the 23rd of October, but we don't really remember. It'll be 9 years. I did not get any type of anniversary present. I'm a bad boy. But then again, she really doesn't ask for very much, so it's really hard to figure out what she truly wants. And every time I get her something that she really wants, it ends up vanishing. The last ring I bought her, she lost while swimming, and it had a really nice opals and stuff in it, which is one of her favorite gemstones. And nope, she lost it while swimming. So I don't think I'm gonna get any more jewelry. It just doesn't seem to last around here. I have noticed, as I was saying a little bit ago, that there's been a lot of videos recently about Jason Hawes and the Conjuring House. Simply Strange does like a video every single day on the man, always talking about updates, and it's not really an update exactly. And I guess he's going to do an interview with him tomorrow at around like 1 p.m.-ish CST time, I think. Because I think it's supposed to be like 7 p.m. British time. So I think it's around 1 p.m. my time. Hello, Albert. How's it going? And I wonder if it's going to be the exact same questions that Andrew asked, or if they're actually going to be different questions. I don't know. I still have many reservations about that. Woof. Damn, this sore throat. I'm gonna get some water. I'm sorry, only doing so there, Mayo. No, they're not gummy peaches. They are clove drops, actually. Handmade by a Mennonite family not too far away that own their own store. And they help a lot with the with sore throats. They don't get rid of like the inflammation exactly, but they help a little bit with the pain and the coughing sensation, which is kind of nice. What do you guys think? Are you guys interested in any more about this Conjuring House stuff? I'm assuming the questions that'll be asked when Ben from Simply Strange does the interview will basically be the exact same shit. They sound good. They're actually pretty damn good. I won't lie. Got the good cough drops. Oh yeah, these work really well. And like this entire bag right here, it was like $3.50 for just over a pound of them. And they work really well. Pop one in every couple hours or whatever. Big bro's getting sick, man. I've been sick. I'm just really sounds it right now. Not personally interested. Gotcha. I'm interested to a point. I want to know like who else is all invested in it, to be honest. Like not invested with like Jason Hawes's thing, but like who all is putting a vested interest into purchasing the place. Can't wait till they figure out what is actually happening with it. Yeah. I'm not quite like everyone else that I've seen as of late involving the interview that Andrew did. I'm not in that same boat and category. I don't believe that it was a thorough interview. I believe there could have been follow-up questions that were never asked that probably should have been asked. And with the latest thing that his daughter Satori did, it brings up questions like, okay, did she have this Conjuring House memorabilia on hand, or was it taken from the Conjuring House, or is it new stuff that they printed out because they already know what's going to be happening with the place? I just realized I had the TV going on in the background. I better shut that off or someone comes after me. Not super invested in it, but I'm curious. I'm curious in the method. Like, I respect Jason. I like him a lot. And I'm curious about the method. Some of it just doesn't make sense. And when you look at it multiple times over, you bring up even more questions than there are currently answers for. I just hope that I hope someone eventually down the road doesn't give any more softball questions. And that actually grills Jason just a tad to get a little bit more information out of him. And I would like other people that have a huge vested interest in the place to kind of come forward and show that vested interest so that maybe we could see what's going on. Unless, if Jason is the only one that is doing so publicly, I'm not entirely sure. An explanation of the wood thing. Yeah, having necklaces with wood in them from the barn of the Conjuring House, the barn that Jason is trying to save, that's an interesting thing to go inside. I guess a mystery surprise box or whatever. That one doesn't sit right with me. I don't know where that would have came up, and if those necklaces were made by them or if they were made by like Nunez or someone like that for the Conjuring House back in when Cody and Satori were a part of it. So seeing that post really confused me. Especially the day after the interview that Andrew had with Jason, where Jason said that she wouldn't have a vested interest and she wouldn't be an owner in it. Well, apparently she's part of your marketing team, it would appear. And your giveaway, I guess, your PR group, which I work with my father in a family business, so I can understand that aspect of it, having your kids around. But I don't have any controversy about me. My dad's got some, but that's past controversy from just getting drunk and driving a vehicle, and he's done his time. Otherwise, he doesn't have anything, and he just kind of lives by himself. But she has past controversy involving the exact establishment that they're trying to purchase right now. So I don't know, it's questionable at best. Hello, Miss Kelly. But with Ben from Simply Strange doing an interview tomorrow with Jason, maybe I'll stop in and see what the answers are or what the questions are. If he says he's going to be doing a live stream, which he hasn't done forever, so it'd be the first one with Jason. I don't know. Thank you for lurking there, Tay. I very much appreciate it. Then there's other things going on in around the world that we have to deal with. The stuff from like TwitchCon and Emaru. Emmy is the one that is the big topic right now, of some individual getting through her security to get up to her and yada yada yada, and basically assaulting her. Now, she's not the only person that has ever been assaulted at TwitchCon. She's been assaulted a couple times there, but there are other people that are usually smaller creators that get assaulted all the time, going to these events, running into somebody or whatever, a fan, and the bigger you are, the more notoriety you get. But you should do an interview with Jason. I know you would hit him with the hard questions. I would, because I have done interviews in the past. Like, I used to interview people that were government officials, and I would do interviews with them. I've done interviews for magazines. I've sat down and listened to government officials interview other people for various positions and stuff like that. So I've been a part of that type of process for quite a few years. And I do live streaming literally almost every day. And I've been doing it for 5 years. So I know how to like bring up questions on the fly and talk about things very quickly based off of very little information or whatever. Henner security shouldn't have been banned. Yeah, I completely agree. The security should not have been removed at all. There are other individuals that have gone to places like that that should have gotten booted and never have, unfortunately. Twitch, even though I make my money on Twitch, right? May not be a lot of money, but I make my money on Twitch. It is not a great platform for the majority of things. And a lot of the events they've had have never been great. There was an event, a TwitchCon, was it last year or the year before? I think, where a gal was jumping into like one of those foam pits and either like damn near broke her back or broke her neck or something along those lines. They're not orchestrated well. And I know everyone's up in arms involving Hassan Piker and the shot collar. Now, let me be very blunt about this, right? A training collar is a good, useful tool. It is a very good, useful tool. However, there is a standard that you have to meet when using that. When I had a training collar for my dog, Ruger, he only got actually shocked twice. And that was when he was learning where he could go up and down the driveway towards the end of it, to where the road is. He got beeped, he got vibrated, and he didn't stop, so he got shocked and he came back. It's no different than having an electrical fence, right? But you have to know when to use it and why you're using it. After those 2 shocks, the vibrate function was all he ever needed afterwards. Or even the beep function was all he needed, because that's what a training collar is supposed to do. You're not supposed to actually use the shock function more than a small handful of times to teach them that they're supposed to pay attention to the other signals that the thing provides. I don't know everything that Hassan has done. I know Hassan is a piece of shit. He's been a piece of shit for many fucking years. Are you talking about the Emaru lady? Yeah, so with Emaru, she was assaulted for the 2nd time at TwitchCon. And her bodyguards were kicked out. Like I said, Twitch does a lot of weird shit. 1 second. Twitch allows a lot of nasty shit to happen on the platform, whether you think about it or not. Now, did he hurt a dog? They heard the dog yip. And you can hear it on the video, which if you're using a shock collar, yeah, the animal would normally yip. And it really doesn't matter what level that shock is put at. If it is anything above like 3 on a 10 scale, the animal's going to yip. Usually because the dog gets startled, right? Now, he did that because the dog left its bed. Now, the dog he has is actually a fairly aggressive breed. From what I recall, he paid around 10 grand for the dog. And it's deemed as a very large aggressive breed, and it can be. People aren't sure if it was a shock collar, if it was getting its nail caught in its bed, or what it was exactly. I am assuming a shock collar by the way it sounded. And that was something that Hassan Piker has been caught doing on several occasions. Like, if you look at my stuff, you don't see my dog. My dog's sleeping on the couch over there, right? He doesn't wear a collar at all. He knows the land that he lives on because he only had to be shocked 2 times to know don't go to the end of the road and you don't go traipsing behind the house. And as long as you stay around us, you don't have to have anything. And he hasn't had a shock collar on for shock collar, training collar, whatever you want to call it, for almost 6 years. He only had it on for about 6 months, just when he was a puppy, learning what he can and cannot do. Hassan's dog, it's several years old already. Doesn't need to be wearing a collar anymore at all for training purposes. I can't call it abuse. I can't call that. But I can say it is at least neglect. The dog shouldn't be wearing it anymore. Unless the dog isn't getting out and doing enough proper training. TwitchCon is only a place to go to get drunk, parties, and giving out business cards. TwitchCon was something I wanted to go to a couple years back, but I've already decided I'm never going and don't plan on ever doing it. Heard she didn't even want to go in the first place, but Twitch kept pushing her. So the thing about that is she's a very big streamer on Twitch, especially. So yeah, they wanted to be there because it brings more notoriety, it brings more publicity, it brings more revenue. So yeah. She also stepping back into the bed when she made the noise. You shouldn't shock them when they are complying. Yeah, so it's one of those things, right? I don't know if he knew she was climbing back into bed and then did it, or if he misclicked it, but we know he shocked her, right? I'm not standing up for Hassan. Hassan's a piece of shit. He is a terrible fucking human being, and I really despise him. I despise that man on multiple levels. And I don't stand up for it. I can only say that I don't have enough evidence because I haven't been there to see how he treats the dog or anything like that. So I can't say it's abuse per se. I can definitely say neglect. Without a shadow of a doubt. Neglect. Honestly, you can take any breed and make that aggressive, but what a misuse of training and have to set it such a small area. Yeah. I think he keeps the dog... I think he keeps the dog there on camera so that can always be seen, right? To make him look better to people. That's what I assume. Hello, Rhythm. If this gets people to realize that he's been a piece of shit, then I say keep talking about it. He is a piece of shit. What are we doing? Talking about some of the Twitch stuff and whatever. So Twitch is definitely behind Hassan and Hassan Piker, who is, I don't even want to say the fucker's a liberal, but he is very far left-wing and is very okay with the demise of a lot of people, which I don't agree with in any way, shape, or form. The guy's a piece of shit. And possible animal abuse with him, and the assaulting of Emmy at TwitchCon, which again wasn't the first time; it's the second time it's happened to her. This is the first time her bodyguard got tossed out, though. I believe it's the first time her bodyguard got tossed out, but I could be wrong on that. TwitchCon has never been a place you really want to go to, and it's only been going downhill. And with regards to Twitch, it does a lot of weird things. There's an individual, his name is... That's what another stream was talking about. I'm just bringing it up because it's something to talk about at the moment. I don't like Hassan. I'll never like Hassan. An individual by the name of Tectone who has basically stepped away from streaming and all that stuff for right now. Doesn't like Hassan either, and he's very much against Hassan completely and fully. But Tectone was actually banned off Twitch for calling someone fat, for saying if someone didn't want to be treated like a whore, maybe they shouldn't act like one type of ordeal. And he was banned on Twitch again for that. And like I've said some really nasty things about people, especially the tapeworm or whatever, and I haven't been banned. So Twitch does a lot of weird, crazy shit with its governing. The individual that assaulted Emaru only got banned for 30 days off Twitch, which is really fucked up. Are we talking about a person or an animal? Kind of both. So Hassan Piker has a dog that he is neglecting. And he was caught using a shock collar on the dog when it was getting off of its bed that he keeps in the background of his camera for streaming purposes. Which I don't fucking agree with. Yeah, Hassan is a person, Kaya is a dog, and the TwitchCon thing happened to Emaru. One of my streamer friends went to TwitchCon, they won't be going again, once was enough. Yeah, TwitchCon isn't very good. 30 days is insane. No, like, for the assault, yeah, the guy only got banned off Twitch for 30 days. Because he actually physically touched Emaru. He didn't actually cause any damage to her, like, he didn't hurt her, but he got to her. And it was the same guy that did it once before, so it was just something that shouldn't have happened. But she wasn't physically hurt. Yeah, she's gonna be scarred because it happened again and whatever. But and don't take that the wrong way. I'm not saying that it's okay to do that shit. What I'm saying is at least she wasn't actually physically assaulted and beat up or something along those lines. The guy got his hands on her face and tried to kiss her, which is creepy in and of itself. It's fucking weird. And her bodyguards tried to get her, tried to help her, and her bodyguards got kicked out of Twitch, and that guy only got banned for 30 days. He should have been fucking permanently banned from any Twitch platforms completely, and even fucking ever going to TwitchCon again, but Twitch is fucked up in that regard. That's why I don't like them as much, so I'm kind of happy I'm switching over to YouTube, but... Yeah, it could have been far worse if he wasn't like the doting fan, right? It could have been far worse. Hello, Joe. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't think I condone it, because I fucking don't. All right. If anyone came up to Shy and tried to do that, I'd probably take him out completely. I would make sure that guy wouldn't be walking. You know, completely. He wouldn't be walking anymore. Whether he got banned off the platform or not, he would not be walking. All right. Yeah, Kick allows a lot more crazy shit. Way crazier stuff. How is she feeling? How is Emaru feeling, or how is Shy feeling? Oh, I popped my elbow. Twitch is bad on who they ban and for what purposes. Kick is allowed to have far more people doing far worse things for far longer, unfortunately. Shy? Oh, Shy's doing alright. She has a little bit of a stomach bug, and her throat's a little bit sore, but not quite as bad as mine, which is why I sound a lot deeper, because I do have a sore throat, and I am relatively sick. They've allowed more than just Hassan to dox, which is very upsetting, but yeah. So the threatening people with guns on camera, that was also done by Sneeko, who I think was also on Kick at the time, and on YouTube. That was... It's been done by many people, and it really fucking sucks. Believe me, Albert, I know. I fucking know. I don't like it. That's why I say I really don't like fucking Hassan. For many goddamn reasons. Okay? I am an independent when it comes politically, but I lean more Democratic. But I voted for Republican as well, which is why I am an independent, because I will vote for either side based on what they are offering at that fucking moment in time. He is saying he's 100% Democratic, but enjoys the idea of people killing each other. I don't enjoy that idea. He's a terrible human being. Straight up and flat out, I don't give a fuck. And a lot of the people that follow him around are just as fucking bad as he is. Alright? I know a lot of people don't care for, like, Ethan Klein that much. But Ethan Klein has been harassed by Hassan and his followers for years at this point. I keep getting lots of messages. You might have to be a little bit more in depth on that for me, Mayo. I'm not sure exactly which one you're referencing on that that statement in there. So you can message me on Discord and tell me that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Twitch allows things for the wrong people. Believe me, I fucking agree. Wholeheartedly. And a lot of people get banned for shit they shouldn't get banned for. And it happens all the goddamn time. And it's fucking horrendous. Especially since Twitch was the big star for a long time. Kick can be good because of the payout rate. But unless you have a big following and you are using Kick on a regular basis to get bigger, Kick's not the place to stream either. How do I know? I tried until that stuff went on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I honestly haven't seen that one, Mayo, so if you want to, you can put a little brief for me in the Discord message, and then I can give you like a little update on it. Because that isn't one I've seen yet. And before that, we were mentioning... what were we mentioning before that? TwitchCon's just a bad place in general. I mean, it was like a year or two ago that someone broke their neck or their back at TwitchCon, right? Was it 2 years ago now? I think it was 2 years ago that someone was doing one of those, like, trampoline foam landing pad things. And there was hard foam down at the bottom of it, or it wasn't deep enough or something along those lines. And someone either broke their neck or broke their back. I don't remember which one it was, but I know it was at TwitchCon, and it was a huge, huge, nasty blow-up. I don't remember how long ago that was, or who it happened to, or if it was the neck, or if it was the back. The foam pit, yeah. They were either jumping off a trampoline or something along those lines and landing in the foam pit, and there was something solid in there that they hit. I don't remember all the exact details of it. And I think it was a year ago, but it might have been 2 years ago now. I don't remember exactly. So yeah, TwitchCon has not been good. It hasn't been good for quite a while, which is why a lot of bigger people haven't been going to it. I do know that, what was it? The whole Dr. Disrespect thing, that was a big issue as well, involving someone that was supposed to try to get a hold of him and visit him at TwitchCon and a whole bunch of other shit. Like, a lot of people have these weird setups that they try to plan out or pseudo plan out, and it's just not a good idea. I know that I had people trying to get me to go to TwitchCon. Well, fuck. I wish Elf was here because he'd remember what year it was. I think it was like 2021 or 2022, people were trying to get me to go and meet up with them and share a hotel room and stuff like that, which I was all prepared for. Like, I had the funds and everything, but I think he was a paid. Are you trying to say pedo? I don't know if he is. I know that he was able to sue Twitch for what they did, which would indicate that either he was in the right and they wrongly did it, or he knew something else about it and they were trying to silence him. I don't know which it is exactly, but yes, okay. I don't know exactly that whole thing. I never really followed him per se, but I followed other people that he was a part of, like Tim the Tap Man and Shroud and Dr. Lupo. I watched him a fair bit, and they all kind of played games together, and then I kind of heard about the Dr. Disrespect thing. But I do know he got paid out by Twitch for his entire contract that they owed him. So either it was wrongful termination of the contract, or he found out information about it. I think at one point in time there was a group that was planning to try to get him in trouble, and that's why they did the whole thing that they did, but I don't remember exactly. Miles says, I almost forgot about that happened. She broke her back and was really messed up. The pit wasn't deep enough and she hit the floor underneath. Okay. I didn't remember exactly how that all happened, but I do know that she got fucked up. I didn't remember if it was the neck or the back. So thank you, Mile. Yeah, like, I don't know. Twitch and stuff like that is a very, very questionable thing to be involved with in the first place. When I started on Twitch, it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel predatory. It didn't feel dangerous, I guess. And I never had any worries or thoughts or concerns about becoming larger on any platform anyways. So I didn't really have to fucking worry about the moderation that they do. Hello, Kyle. We're just talking about TwitchCon and other things and whatnot. That's all. You guys are free to ask questions about my opinions on whatever too, and I'll give them if I have an opinion on it. I will definitely give that. But as for the Emaru situation, no, her bodyguards shouldn't have been fucking banned. They shouldn't have been kicked out. And that guy should have gotten more than 30 days. Straight up, flat out. I don't give a fuck. No one deserves to be touched in that manner, so it shouldn't have ever fucking happened. Ooh. Oh, that didn't feel good. Oh, shit. That really didn't feel good. Oh. That feels better. Oh. I think I accidentally dislocated my shoulder there for a second. I have a shallow glenoid cavity, so I can actually pop my shoulder joints in and out, and I think that's what ended up happening here, and then it fucking locked on me. Oh, that didn't feel good. It's like, I don't want to lift your fat ass up, motherfucker. Yeah. If you guys ever plan on being involved with Twitch, always be very, very careful about that. And do never go to fucking TwitchCon. It is not worth it. It is not worth that money to sit in fucking San Francisco or San Diego or whatever location it is next time. It is not worth it. I mean, if you live in California, then maybe it's worth it to go, but it's definitely not worth it for me. Biggest reason I'm kind of doing a chatty stream is I don't know if I'll be around on Tuesday to do one, so you guys are free to stop getting myself. Stop getting myself? What the fuck does that mean? Do you mean stop hurting myself? I don't really use it anymore. Like I said, it's the only place I get money from with doing this. I don't get anything on YouTube, so I don't care to use them, but as a public entity, my job cannot permanently ban... As a public entity, my job cannot permanently ban someone for anything. Only suspend up to a year. Gotcha. Stupid phone hurting, not getting. I kind of figured you were saying stop hurting myself. It's not like I intended to pop my shoulder out of joint. It just happens. I know that there, oddly enough, some people have had their bans removed now. People that were like permanently banned for like an indefinite time period. Those bans have been removed for some people that never should have been fucking removed. And I know they're back on the platform. Just like on YouTube, YouTube removed some of the bans they did on people and brought them back to the platform. And it's like, I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but alright. I'm not the one in charge of that shit, so I can't say. I apologize for drinking the water. I seriously have a sore throat. Tonight, watch Beagle slowly fall apart live. I ain't gonna fall apart. Not yet. Too young for that. I may not sound like it with my fucking deep throat and this goddamn clove drop, but... Which, if you guys ever have a sore throat and you can get a clove drop, fucking do it. Fucking do it. These things work so well. I thought about trying Twitch out, but now I'm starting to have second thoughts. So, if you're small, Twitch ain't bad. But it's got really weird, like, terms of service, reasons why you can be banned and whatever. Joe, didn't that happen multiple times that fucking Jake... Oh my god, I hate that, man. I hate that boy. Yeah, Jake Doherty had been banned on Twitch multiple times over. He got banned on... what was it? He got banned on YouTube a couple times, I think. He's a guy that just goes around to piss people off. Clove drops just sound like Barry White. Yeah, fuck Jack Doherty. Jake Doherty, what the fuck? Jack, yeah. The guy that smashed up multiple vehicles. One of them was a McLaren on the roadway. His buddy was all beaten up in the face and took his shirt off and fucking gotten weird and crap. He used to walk around with his bodyguards and start fights with people by bumping into him or whatever. Go, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And his big old black... And it was always a black guy, by the way. And every single time was a big black bodyguard that would come and break the fight up. He broke into someone's home. Or not into the home per se, but onto the property, definitely, on camera. Claimed that someone stole a $300,000 necklace off of his neck or whatever, and the guy's such a fucking little tool. All his money comes from the OnlyFans girls that he got to sign with him right after becoming 18 or whatever. He's such a fucking twat. Can't stand that little bastard. I can't stand him. I can't stand Neon. Any of that shit. Yeah, he hydroplaned a McLaren. It was raining, pretty bad out, and he was fucking recording it while he was driving a sports car, the speedy, exotic McLaren, hydroplaned and crashed right into a fucking guardrail. The dude's a fucking moron. But then he realized, oh, I get more notoriety and I get more sympathy if I smash stuff. So he smashed himself on a dirt bike and a whole bunch of other crap. How the fuck is that dick not in jail? Money. Like, he records himself doing all this stupid shit and he's not in jail. It's all about money. That's what it comes down to. The more you got, the more things you can get away with. That's just what it is, unfortunately. Boy, that guy's got a fucking ego too, man. His parents utilized him to make money early on. And then, like, even when he turned 18 and was just making a shit ton of money. Realized that as soon as I asked, yeah. It's all about them dollars. All about them dollars. You got money, you can get away with fucking murder. And it's happened. How unappealing. Oh, Jack Doherty? Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit. He really is. He would get girls to go out on like his boats or whatever, usually around 17, right on the verge of turning 18, have them sign contracts to do OnlyFans content, and then he would receive a percentage of it, and then he would do his own content of basically harassing people, getting into fights with people like Neon and Sneeko, and there was some other dude that he did that crap with. And yeah, he's a nasty little piece of work, and he's quite young. I think he's only like 20, 25, 26 maybe. He's not all that old. And his parents started him off pretty young going down that road, and they allowed him to do a whole bunch of crazy crap, and he definitely got developed in the greed and his ego, and yeah, he's a piece of work. And he got banned on Twitch multiple times. He went to Kick. I think he got banned on Kick at one point and went to something called Party. I think he got banned on Rumble and other things. Attention seeking? Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely fucking attention seeking without a shadow of a doubt. But that's... And Twitch allows that shit, man. Just fucking keeps allowing that crap. So yeah, I don't care for the majority of things that happen on Twitch. I don't like a lot of the streamers that are on Twitch. Like big streamers. Because they can get away with a lot of shit. Unless you're like a VTuber, right? Or a PNG tuber or a 3D model tuber, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. If you're one of those, you can't get away with a whole lot. Like, they had restrictions on what you could wear, what your model could wear clothing-wise, how much hip they could show. They had restrictions on like how you could act and other things like that. For a while, it was just really weird. Hello, mouse. I really only watch like 3 streamers. I'm one of the 3. Aha. Twitch has good moderation tools. It does. But the terms of service are usually fucked. The moderation tools are really nice. Like, in comparison to, like, YouTube, the moderation tools are really good. Kick moderation tools actually ain't that bad either. Because Kick primarily uses a backdoor function to function similar to Twitch. And so they have really nice moderation tools. They just don't moderate their site. That's the problem with that. They expect the streamers themselves to do all the moderation, which is a bit of a bitch. Uh-huh. Yeah, I had that sensation as well. So you're not alone in that. I had that sensation. How do you have good mods but bad service? So... okay. Think of that like a football team, right? You have your primary head coach, you have your side coaches, which take care of like your offensive line, your defensive line, that take care of your special teams units, right? You have coaches for different parts. Now, let's say your head coach is a piece of shit, right? But your head coach gets to have the final say in everything that goes on. But your side coaches, they're fucking great. And a lot of your players, right, your actual players on the field, love the side coaches. They hate the head coach, but the head coach gets the final say in what players get to play and what forms they get to take on, and whether or not these side coaches, whether or not their opinions on the plays matter. That's a great way to look at it. So you can have really good moderation tools and really good mods, but your platform head can just suck. Dan Clancy, the owner of Twitch, he sucks. He's a piece of shit. He's a big piece of shit. And, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Yep, one of the three. So yeah, and that's how that is. Like, if you break it down into football terms, you can break it down even into like a regular office job term. Like, you can love your coworkers, you can love your managers, but the office people, the people above your managers, the one that are telling your managers what to fucking do, they could be fucking massive douchebags. And it's the office people that get all the fucking say so. And the managers can't do shit about it, even though they try to be helpful as much as they can. It's just kind of the way it goes. These people who are shit, they get their own comeuppance sooner or later. I hope Dan Clancy does. Dan Clancy's done a lot of weird things. He is. Alright, now don't get me wrong, right? I enjoy people in a physical attractiveness, right? I enjoy looking at people that are physically attractive to me. So does Dan Clancy. But Dan Clancy literally has on his phone a shit ton of pictures of basically all female streamers. He is a creep, alright? He's a big time creep. But I understand, I can say he's a big time creep because he's, how fucking old is Dan Clancy? He's in his 50s or 60s. And he's primarily looking at people basically in their 20s, which is really fucking creepy. But you can enjoy the look of a person. I enjoy the look of Sway. Sway's a very attractive person. His wife is attractive. Shy is attractive, right? People are attractive. And you can have an attraction to people physically. But to fill your phone up with pictures and videos and follow their live streams all to a bunch of young people is fucking creepy. And that's what Dan Clancy does. Dan Clancy also, I think he's only done this to Hassan Piker, which is his fucking favorite little buddy boy. I think Dan Clancy has literally sent a happy birthday video. Like, he made his entire office do this for Hassan Piker, which is just creepy as all get out as well. But like, we all have people that we find physically attractive. I don't usually find people that are extremely younger than I am to be physically attractive. Because my brain goes, ooh, young, no. Boom, takes care of it. But not that man. And like, if I ever get fucking banned on Twitch, I really won't fucking care. I really won't fucking care. I will talk bad about Dan Clancy. He's a ugh. I do have a Twitch. I just haven't really used it, but I definitely come over to hang out. Probably don't want to know what else he likely does when he's watching them in private. Yeah, we can definitely assume he is definitely a glazer for Hassan and a multitude of younger female streamers. I can say that because I've seen the video where he is showing his phone and all the imagery on it and all the live streams that he has and all the people he follows. He is a fucking creep. Don't even know who that is. Maybe that's a good thing. Yep. Like, if you look him up, he looks fucking creepy. He looks like the deranged psycho uncle that you never want to invite to a party. That's what he looks like. That you never want to even speak of. Had to start leaving sneaky messages. Join the dark side. We have cookies. I don't want cookies. I want fucking pie, man. Give me that pie. Like, I am not afraid to talk about this stuff or anything and express my opinion, and if people don't like it, I understand they don't have to like it, and I respect that people don't like it, but I'm gonna be fucking honest with you about it. If you want to get into streaming, do YouTube. Even if you don't get anyone on YouTube, do YouTube. Even if you don't make money, do YouTube. What's bro's name again? Let me Google him. Dan Clancy. There you go. I'm a hardcore judger. Oh, you won't have to judge very hard. Steak pie for this week. Actually, yeah. Apple pie sounds good. When I'm not sick and I can actually enjoy it, then I want an apple pie. And you can always tell when I'm sick because I speak a lot deeper. And I fucking hate it. Wait until she sees the hat. I just don't know. God, he's such a fucking creep. He looks like he would touch me. Holy shit, Jesse. Oh, that hurt. I wasn't expecting that type of response. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that type of response. Yeah, honestly, Cal, the band users watching or whatever and commenting, it doesn't fucking matter. The only person I would see would be you anyways. You didn't make me choke. I'm good. I got my water. I'm good. I just wasn't expecting that response. It's very accurate, yes, but I wasn't expecting it. Least of all from you. Yeah, I don't know. And the people he supports are very out there too, so. Like, I'm not talking about the female streamers that he follows, but the fact that he supports Hassan, and he supports Denims and Frogan, and what the fuck's the other dude's name now? Ludwig. Ludwig's a little... Oh my god. So Ludwig had a huge, like, celebration party not too long ago, right? And he brought his buddy Mango to it. And it was a huge drinking party, and even Emmy was there, like Emeru was there and everything. Now, his buddy Mango is a terrible, terrible alcoholic. And they got him so drunk, he had a blood alcohol level of like 0.34, and I think you technically can die when you're at 0.40. So he was actually close to being full-blown total alcohol poisoning, passing out and never waking up again type of situation. And Mango ended up losing all of his sponsorships. He lost his organization, kicked him out of it, and he lost everything. And Ludwig wouldn't take the blame for bringing his alcoholic friend there when everyone said, you should take some responsibility, right? You brought him knowing that he was a severe heavy drinker, and you had him at a drinking competition, basically. And that was all streamed on Twitch, if I remember, Twitch and YouTube or whatnot. And, yeah. That was a whole fucking fiasco. That was... Shit, when did Mango get booted from his stuff? That was like 5 months ago? No, it would have been less than that. Maybe 3 months ago. Good, he didn't need those enablers. Yeah, Mango is actually on the mend now. He's going through treatment and everything like that. Ludwig was actually, like, it was a Mario Kart party type of thing with the drinking. And Ludwig was telling everyone to up their drinking game to get closer to Mango's blood alcohol content level, which was dangerous, right? It was a huge, dangerous level, and it never got shut down at all, which I thought was insane. Because it fucking should have been when it's reaching those types of points. Because Ludwig has a huge, massive following, so you know he's moderated by actual Twitch representatives as well. And it was just, God, that was so bad. I'm glad Mango got out, and I'm glad he's getting help, and he's basically restarting his entire career all over again. Because Ludwig fucked him, basically. I remember Mango, because he was so drunk and didn't remember a damn thing. I think he ended up doing like some lewd sexual, like, pelvic thrusting and stuff like that to Emmy and a couple other people that were at that big party, Mario Party drinking competition. But, like, he doesn't remember anything. So when he woke up the next day, and he lost everything the next morning, like, all of his everything he got was just gone. He got to watch what they filmed, and he goes, I don't remember any of this. And he was just devastated because he didn't think he got to that point. Yeah, he was a drinker, right? And, like, he just got to the point because they were pressuring him to keep drinking more and more and more, because they were saying from the get-go, like, yeah, he's won this competition a few years back. Like, he's a big-time drinker. He could really do this. He could win this. And they were pressuring him to keep going, knowing that he was an alcoholic. And then he just loses everything. His entire career just gone the next morning. And then he had to watch himself doing those things, and he felt atrocious for it. And Ludwig would not take any of the blame or responsibility for basically fucking his friend over. Switch to your laptop. Probably say hi to everyone. Phone's being a bitch. That's one thing I don't like about when you're using the phone app for YouTube, is you can't, like, at people. Like, if I was in someone else's stream and I saw, like, let's say Jesse joined or whatever, I can't actually say hi at Jesse, which is really annoying. It just doesn't work well. But it's fine on computer. You can do that shit, but you can't do it on phone. Oh, these clove drops are so good. They help get rid of that damn tickle. Real stand-up guy, but glad Mango's recovering. Yeah, Mango's doing better. He actually went to, he's going to AA and stuff like that and trying to get his life back on track, which is really good for him. And hopefully his org that he made, right, his organization, will eventually let him back in. But I don't know if that'll happen, or if it has happened, I don't know. But is there a limit to how many clove drops you can have before you turn into one? I don't know. I mean, I have quite a few of them. I think I'll be all right, though. I really enjoy the Mennonite store that we have nearby, where they have a lot of homemade candies and stuff like that, and little homemade medicinal treatments. I don't have to spend so much on, like, Hall's cough drops and whatever else. My dad died of cirrhosis. It may be a great idea when you do it. It might taste awesome and you laugh and shit. It kills your liver and kidneys. My dad had 20% liver function, 20% kidney function. Yep. Fuck. I was really hoping I wouldn't actually, I was hoping that wouldn't actually come up, because that came up just last night. So, shit. One of the big reasons I'm going to get back into working has been for my dad. And I've stated that it's because we're not going to be able to do our job together in the winter. There's also another reason for it. My dad's health has been declining. Since Since Ann knows about this, I can talk about it a little bit. My father might actually be suffering from liver disease or cirrhosis of the liver. He does have yellowing of the skin, yellowing of the eyes, which is a stage of jaundice. My dad is a very heavy drinker. He drinks every single day. And his health has just not been good as of the last several months. So that's one of the big reasons that I'm going to get back into the workforce outside of the home, is to help support him and actually possibly make a savings account for possible funeral expenses, because he is not doing great. He still goes to work when he's feeling up to it, and stuff like that. Can he stop drinking? He can. Is he going to? No. I've had this discussion with my father for a very long time. He is not going to stop drinking. He is not going to stop smoking. He's going to live his life the way he wants to live it. And I commend him for that. There's nothing I can do to change it. Believe me, I've tried for... tried for 30 years to get him to quit. And it's never worked. And I was actually just talking to Alpha about that last night as to why I'm getting back into the workforce, not just to help out around home, but to help out with that. And that's why Shy is going to be taking more than likely a weekend position. I'll be doing the weekdays, or weekdays, the nights or the days, whatever, so that we can prepare, because even she knows his health isn't good. My dad, all my life, he would go years without ever taking a day off of work. Years and years without taking days off. And he would be paid at the end of the year for all the days he didn't miss. My dad has used up all of his sick days, all of his vacation days already this year. And he has been sick pretty constantly for the last couple months, taking days off here and there all the way through it. And if you look up signs of liver disease or cirrhosis of the liver, one of the big things is jaundice, discoloring of skin, the yellowing of the skin, yellowing of the eyes. My father, as I mentioned a while back, did actually have a vein in his leg actually burst, and it squirted blood all over his garage floor. It happened for a second time, so it's happened twice in 4 months. So that's the big reason that I'll be getting back into the workforce, is just to prepare for what I view as the inevitable. And I appreciate you guys understanding that. Like I said, I wasn't actually thinking about bringing it up at all, but he does not have hepatitis C. He does not have that. And I'm trying to get him to go to the doctor again, but he is a very, very stubborn man and just wants to live his life by his own terms. No, it's all right. You didn't mean to cause any harm. You didn't cause any harm. It's just, god damn, that fucking the timing. Because I was just talking last night to Alpha about that. If I had to just up and disappear for a while because of something happening, he was told last night what to tell everyone, and he wasn't even gonna tell Tay about it because I asked him not to. But I guess I'll just put it out there right now that is it is a possibility. If I get my dad to stream, we just won't talk about it on that stream, because he doesn't like bringing up the topic at all, because it's his health. It's his way or the highway type of situation. It'll suck, but it's understandable. Yeah, I appreciate that. It doesn't mean that I'd be gone from streaming completely, because I really enjoy it. But it is an actual thing that is going on right now. His girlfriend is actually trying to get him to cut back on the drinking as well, so I'm hoping she can do a little bit more with that. Thank you for dropping by, Tim, by the way. Heavy into her daily gin, so I know how hard it is. Can we talk to your parents about how... Yeah. Yeah. I don't go to the doctor very much, but unless I absolutely have to. Kind of like my father, which is why I don't drink as often. I may have one or two during the week, but if he did tell me, I don't remember. Short-term memory loss is very bad right now with me. Oh, I told him about it just last night. I literally have the Discord messages just last night with him after stream. Because I've, yeah. Even visiting with my dad today, you can tell that he's not doing great. I'm gonna need more water. But hopefully his girlfriend can persuade him enough to join her. And she doesn't drink at all anymore. She stopped doing that a year or so ago. And she stopped smoking a year or so ago too. And she's trying to get my dad to cut back. And my dad, he still drinks every day, but he doesn't, he's not going through a 30-pack every 2 days anymore. A 30-pack will at least last him 4 days now, so it's better, but it's not where I would like it to be type of situation. I understand you a lot. This is what I will be facing if I kept on drinking. Not trying to be mean. No, you're not being mean at all, man. You're not being mean at all. I limit myself to 2 drinks whenever I do drink, and I don't drink every day because I just don't want to. I usually have one just to mellow myself out every now and again, and that's about it. I never drink to get drunk. I don't drink to forget. I have no reason to. I didn't do it in my youth. I'm not going to do it now, so... Yeah, his current girlfriend, she's really, really good. And, like, she makes him food to make sure that he fucking eats, because he will go some days without eating, or multiple days without eating, and it's just drinking beer. Which, that's just how my dad wants to live his life, and I can't change it, and I've tried for many years, and it's not going to change. It's not going to change until he fucking wants it to. Yeah, I can understand that. I don't... That's why I don't do marijuana or anything like that. I don't like the sensation of not being me. And when it comes to alcohol, it takes a lot of alcohol to actually mess with me at all, just because of my size. And I usually eat beforehand and during to help mitigate some of the effects. But I usually don't drink all that much anymore. I like collecting the bottles instead of drinking them. Like, I like collecting the pretty bottles. See, I collect the bottles. They're not even open. They're still sealed. I like collecting them. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking care of this wall tomorrow and getting our shelf put back up there. Because our TV used to sit there, and we just haven't had the primer on hand to finish the wall, but we got it now, and we're going to get that all finished and put these bottles over there for display so that you guys can see them in all their nice, lovely glory. Yeah, I know you can't drink, Kyle. Kyle, my dad likes drinking too. Hopefully he'll stop as much since he has high iron levels. It's hereditary. I inherited it too. My levels were 200 something. His is up to 1200. Good God. I have high iron as well, but like when it comes to donating, whether it's blood or plasma, my iron is high, but it is only high in comparative to the normal spectrum, it's high on the normal side, but it's still considered normal. It could be due to drinking. It could just be other things as well. It's always usually multiple factors. Usually multiple factors. Well, that kind of took a little turn for the not so fun. Yeah, Jesse, I literally grew up in the bars, sleeping on the bar stools or on the pool tables, under the pool tables. Yeah. I got bars all the way around me, too. I don't go visit them. I will buy myself something and drink at home. I feel more comfortable that way. Music, guys. There are actually some really decent alcohol-free stuff. What about music, Jesse? We know you don't have a very large musical repertoire. I also don't have friends that I drink with anymore, which was one of the reasons I enjoyed drinking, because I enjoy drinking socially with some people, but I don't do it anymore. Wednesday for a blood draw, I check my levels, but I'm going to ask a little more if there's anything that can help him. That'd be a good thing to do. Especially if you know his levels are high, it'd be a good thing to ask for. Just make sure you're not stepping on his toes, though, at the same time, because that could upset him. Which is never fun. I'm going to get a glass of water. You guys bring up a new topic. You can ask me anything, and I'll talk honestly about it. But I got to get some water first. Mute, damn. Ghost is in the band. Okay. Gorillaz, 21 Pilots. I mean, Gorillaz is a good band too, so. Why is the water wet? The water is wet because that is how we deem it to be, even though it is literally just a bunch of chemicals mixed together, as the hydrogen and the water molecules basically bounce off of each other. And because they don't actually stick to each other, they become slick, which is why we call it wet. Which is why water runs off of things. It doesn't actually stick and cling to things. I don't know. That's the best thing I can give you. The molecules aren't even sticking to each other. They just slide off of each other. Glass Animals, Queen, Blur, TV Girl. Probably more, but you can't think of them right now. I have a massive list that goes all the way from like the 50s all the way to modern day. And some of them from like other parts of the world. Exactly what you said. Just checking. I'm not dumb by any means, but it's something along those lines, because the water molecules don't stick to anything. They just slide, and we just consider it to be wet because it just slides off of things. Oh yeah, 21 Pilots is good. Queen's good. Queen's Reich is really good. A couple other shit. A lot of people don't like country music for some reason. It depends on the type of country music, though, I believe. I like rap, but only by certain artists. I don't like mumble rap. I can't stand for that at all. But there are certain artists who do rap that I actually really enjoy, because of what they're saying and how they go about it. But Queen will always be great. You love all music, that's the way it should be. That's the way I am. I love 20s to about 90s. I like country, but 50s to 90s. Yes. John Denver. His song, West Virginia, Take Me Home, Country Roads, was actually in a Studio Ghibli film. I think it was in 2 of them, actually. No, just one. What the fuck was it? It was the prelude to The Cat Came Back. I think that's what that one was called. It involved violins. I don't remember what it was called, though. But that song is part of a Studio Ghibli film. I just don't remember the name of it right now. Queen, Boston, Nickelback, Saliva, POD, yes, Bad Company, and Badfinger. I had a friend that got really pissed off. He's like, Five Finger Death Punch has a song called Bad Company, and they're the original. I said, no, Bad Company made the song fucking Bad Company way before Five Finger Death Punch was a fucking thing. And he got really pissed off at me about it, but Studio Ghibli films are amazing. I cry every time I hear it. It's my grandmother's favorite song. She was from West Virginia. It is part of a Studio Ghibli movie. I don't remember the name of the film, though, but it involves a girl singing it, and she's following a rather rotund cat that leads her to a boy that she kind of sort of knows but doesn't really enjoy that much. And then she finds out that he's from a family of violin makers, and he wants to make his own violin. He wants to play it. I think it was called Something from the Heart. Whispers of the Heart or something like that. But I can do a lot of music, but not into country as much. Five Finger Death Punch covered Bad Company, and I had to tell my friend that Bad Company made the song Bad Company. I think it's called Whispers of the Heart, was the Studio Ghibli film. I'm pretty damn sure. And it's really pissing me off that I don't remember it right now. Not in the country. Most times instead of Pump Me Up song, they play a sad one. It depends on who you're listening to. And it depends on what era the song is coming from. And it depends on new age versus young as well. Okay, it was Whisper of the Heart. Yes! Fucking right. Joplin was good. Rick Nelson, Nickelback. Nickelback's one of my actual favorites, to be honest with you. Bon Jovi, yeah, I liked him way back when. Heart, yes, Heart is good. The Who, yes. I like way too many artists to name them off, to be honest with you. The Doors, the Doobie Brothers, White Snake, the Scorpions, the White Stripes, Def Leppard, AC/DC, Aerosmith, Nickelback, Hoobastank. That's going back way back. Who the fuck were we listening to now earlier today? Crazy Town? Is that what the fuck we listened to? Something like that. Hear about what happened to the lead guy from Lost Prophets? Yeah, I heard about that. Prison Justice. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's just, if I like the song, I'll add it to my list. Jesse. Metallica, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Straight Up, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Blue Oyster Cult, ICP, Celtic Women, Celtic Thunder. Then we're going into Wind and Rose. Then we have, I enjoy Toby Keith. When Toby Keith was around. Funky Town? No. They sang... what the fuck was it now? You're my sugar, baby. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. I'm trying to think of the rest of it. Fuck my life. From the 90s. late 90s, early 2000s. I can't think of it right now. I've been listening to your suggestions. Have you? I'm surprised. Completely fucked up way. Yes. Deep Purple. Yep, Deep Purple's good. I know a lot of music. I really like The Who, but HU, they are a Mongolian rock metal band. Really fucking good, by the way. Papa Roach, Seether, Black Cherry. Then I also like stuff like Barry Manilow. I like Frank Sinatra. I like Dean Martin when he did his singing stuff. I really enjoy operatic music. I enjoy strictly orchestral music. I enjoy basically everything. Crazy Town, that's the one. I thought it was Crazy Town, but I wasn't entirely sure. That's a wild one given the current lineup. I just forget to tell you if I like them or not. Awesome. If people tell me what their genre is, I can usually find something I might enjoy. Prince of Darkness? Oh yeah, we said that. R.I.P. the bass player from LB. Oh, Limp Bizkit? Sammy Davis Jr., yes. I like Sinatra for certain things. I didn't like him as a person. He was a righteous bastard as a person, but he did have a decent voice. Like I said, I have a very wide range of music. Well, I told you the bands I like, so work from that. Oh, what was the one? Lead singer of Slipknot. Corey something. I can't think of it now. Because you have no clue what they are at the moment. Oh my god. Lead singer of Slipknot. What's his name? Corey something. Because he has another band, Corey Taylor. Okay, he has another band, and I can't remember what they are either, but they have a lot of really good songs that I think a lot of people really like. One of them is called Through the Glass, I think. Got you into playing. The only instrument I ever played was a fucking mandolin. Well, that's not entirely true. I did play my grandmother's brother's harmonica for a while, and then buddy helped me do a mandolin. Actually, Limp Bizkit was fucking amazing. We were actually listening to Break Stuff earlier today. Stone Soul. You can play the mandolin. I did. I played it a very long time ago. I played it... Fuck, when did I last play Dusty's mandolin? It was... Was I still in high school or just getting out? No, I was out of high school. I must have been like 19 or 20 when I was learning how to do that. Because my buddy Dusty at the time, he was a great guitar player, and his uncle was an amazing guitar player and stuff like that. And he listened to a lot of Joe Bonamassa and a lot of Santana and stuff like that. And he was always into really big guitars, and he had a mandolin, and I took it and I learned how to play a little bit. I wasn't great at it, but I did play the mandolin for a while, and I wanted to get better with it, but it always just felt awkward because it's such a small little thing. It's not okay. It's not a fucking ukulele, but it was small in my hands. But yes, I did play the mandolin. I was learning to. I wasn't great, but I was learning to. Stone Sour, that's what it was. Yeah, Stone Sour is Corey Tyler's other band that he did. And he has a song that you'd actually probably like, Jesse, called Through the Glass. I think that's the title. It's called Through the Glass. And it's actually a really good song. Stone Sour is an amazing band in their own right, too. I appreciate that. Thank you, Albert. It like, I got big hands, and a mandolin, if you don't know what a mandolin is, it's like a miniature guitar. It's really weird, but it was actually really fun to do. And then writing it right now. A lot of my buddies, when we'd get together for a big old bonfire up the road at Boogie's place, they'd always have me fucking sing that goddamn song Toes by fuck, was it? No, it wasn't Florida Georgia Line. Zach Brown Band. They'd always have me sing that fucking song as Dusty would play guitar every goddamn time we got together. It's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. That's Kyle's favorite song. There you go. People may not think about it, but I listen to a whole bunch of shit. Maybe you can play it on your... Play what? The mandolin? Fuck that. I ain't got that damn thing anymore. Or are you talking about Through the Glass? Because the one thing is I can't play other people's music without like getting in trouble usually. So I try not to. Yeah, I don't have a single musical instrument in this house at all anymore. The harmonica that my grandmother's brother owned is at her house still. And I think my mother's guitar is there. So I could always try to learn guitar. It was a cheapo little guitar because my mother was so in love with Elvis Presley. And she bought a guitar just to play his music. Check out 38 Special. I think I've already heard it or them. I'm gonna look up 38 Special because there's a song that's talking about a 38 Special, and I don't remember. Okay, so you're talking about the band. What's the song they got here? Fortunate Son. Okay, yep, I already know him. That's all I had to read was Fortunate Son. I was like, are you talking about the band? The people that have the 38 Special in the song. There's also a 38 Special freestyle? I think that's a different thing. Yeah, I ain't no Fortunate Son. Yeah. I know what you were talking about. Played last summer at the fair in my neck of the woods. One of the people that was actually really good that I got to see live, as many people don't like him, Kid Rock actually gives a one hell of a performance. And I really enjoy Kid Rock's music, and I've loved it for years. A song you love is called Hang On Loosely. Fortunate Son is a Creedence song. It says 38 Special did it. Unless they did a cover of it. Hang on. Oh, wrong button. Hang on here. Let me go back to Google. Fortunate Son is sung by 38 Special in 2020. But when you look at the camera, that looks like it's a lot older than that. So originally it was done by Creedence Clear River Revival, or CCR. I think they just did a cover of it then. Is that what they did? Now I'm looking at it. Hold On Loosely, yeah, that's the one. They must have just done a cover of it then. So yeah, you're right about CCR. Oh, here we go. There is a band from ages past, and they made a song that's called Ramble On. Ramble On actually is describing and talking about the journey in Lord of the Rings. It's called Ramble On. It is not the other one, which is Battle of Westmarch or whatever. It's actually called Ramble On. They're discussing the Lord of the Rings, which covers were labeled better. It's kind of confusing. That happens a lot. Yeah. So like I know what 38 Special is, because of Hold On Loosely, and Hold On Loosely and Don't Let Go and yada yada. Yes. So yes, Ramble On was an entire. If you listen to it, they're actually talking about Lord of the Rings. That's that entire song is about, is Lord of the Rings. It's about the journey. Ramble Tamble. Okay, it is a cover that 38 did? Okay. Ramble on. In the darkest depths of Mordor, I saw a girl so fair. Yes. From a bygone era and days of yore. Yes. Led Zeppelin made the song Ramble On. It is actually the telling of Lord of the Rings. There was another song that came out. Battle of Westmarch is what's coming into my head, and I don't think that's right. Which everyone's assumed was the telling of Lord of the Rings, but no, Ramble On is the telling. Stairway to Heaven. I'm going to say no, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Jesse's like, oh my god, I gotta write these fucking names down. God damn it. Def Leppard, oh, they had a lot of really good songs. I liked Rock of Ages. That was definitely one I enjoyed. Oh. I'm pretty sure a few of their songs reference Tolkien's works. Yes. Ramble On was for sure. I think they had another one, but I don't remember what it was called. But I believe they had one more, for sure. Because Tolkien was huge back in the day. I give up too many. No. Don't give up. I got, oh my god. I wish I could have seen Def Leppard in concert. I got to see Blue Oyster Cult, which was really cool. And I got to see Godsmack, Kid Rock. I've seen Starset. I've seen Hailstorm on a couple of different occasions. Anthrax, that was kind of sad. Rob Zombie, oh my god. Owner of a Lonely Heart. Owner of a lonely heart. Much better than the owner of a broken heart. Let's get a list in the Discord for Jesse. Oh my god, that'd be horrendous. That'd be a long-ass list. Their power was cut. Oh my god, that would suck. Alice Cooper, yes. Ramble On was talking about how Led Zeppelin formed. No, Ramble On is talking about Lord of the Rings. It is literally the telling of the tale. Oasis was good. Wonderwall. If you listen to Ramble On, it's literally telling about going from Mordor, finding the ring, and Gollum. It literally talks about Gollum. It's talking about Tolkien's work. You see Alice Cooper about once a month? What? What the fuck? No. That'd be fucking kick ass. He's a really chill and nice dude. I went to Cooper Christmas pudding in '97. That was freaking amazing. My God. I like who else do I like? Pink Floyd's really good. He shops at your store. Good fucking God, that'd be amazing. You guys may not know him, but he goes by the name Miracle of Sound. And he actually does a lot of video game songs that he makes himself. And Miracle of Sound is actually a really amazing guy. He makes a lot of amazing music. I'm talking about the band, not about Lord of the Rings. You're saying that Ramble On is the creation of Led Zeppelin? Pink Floyd is good. Miracle of Sound is Miracle of Sound is awesome. Great person. I know he had a falling out with Peyton Parrish because Peyton was using his song when he was asked not to. Dio, yes, I do. Ride the tiger. Yes, I do. Thank you. I'm trying to think of that one. I'm drawing a blank on the one I actually like, and it's not that song. It's one of their other ones, and I can't think of it right now. People thought it was Peyton's song. Yeah, a lot of people believed it was Peyton Parrish's song, but it definitely wasn't. Cooper's actually a great guy. Had an admin lady for my HS have a flat tire in front of his house, and he not only gave her lunch, he let her use her telephone and paid for her tire too. What an amazing person. But yeah, Alice Cooper's really good. Listen closely, you can hear... let's see. If you listen closely, you can hear Ticket to Ride to the end of Pink Floyd's Eclipse since they were recording in the same studio. Ramblon was talking about Lord of the Rings. It also talking about a lady. It was, and it says, and Gollum slipped away with her, which would be the ring, if you break it down that way. And Gollum slipped away with her. Jane's Addiction is a good band, but Perry is a fucking dick. Jane's Addiction. I can't say if I remember that one. Yeah, I know it was Miracle of Sound's song. It wasn't Peyton Parrish's. A lot of people thought it was, and they got like super mad. And then he had to prove to them over and over that, no, it was his. Did he get caught stealing? I think it's been a while. Wait, who did? What? Are you talking about Peyton Parrish get caught stealing? Over the song thing? No, I don't think so. Or are you talking about that was the song? Okay. Talking about Jane's Addiction, gotcha. I don't know if I know them. Okay, name of a Jane Dixon song. Okay, I thought he was talking about that, but I wasn't entirely sure. Caught stealing or something like that. I don't know if I know them at all. Give me a quick second here. I've seen one of their like songs. Been caught stealing, Jane says. Mountain Song. Then she did. I can't say it's one that I recall. I don't think I've ever heard these guys. At least none of the names are like popping out to me. So I can't say. Guess Beagle has some homework to do? Shit. I know enough of them. Once you've heard him be like, oh, I probably have heard, but I just don't recall them at all. I like Clutch, Mastodon, 9 Inch Nails, and stuff like that. It was influenced Tolkien's Lord of the Ring, also music narrative. Okay. Trying to think who else I really enjoy. I mean, I really enjoy like the Highwaymen and Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Horton. That's old country. Then you have like Craig Morgan. You have Joe Nichols. You have Billy Currington. You have Jason Aldean. You have Gary Allen. That's 90s, early 2000s country. And then you have like Tyler Farr, and you have Brantley Gilbert, and yada, yada, yada. I did not get to see when Chester was with the band, unfortunately. It would have been amazing, too. Blind Guardian did an album about Lord of the Rings. Blind Guardian. That one doesn't sound familiar to me either. But like I said, just because it doesn't sound familiar doesn't mean I don't actually know who they are. Bard's Tavern. Oh, German power metal band? Nope, wouldn't know that one very much at all then. Black Dog. That's actually not bad. Darren Norwood, Blake Shelton. Yes, Blake Shelton is good. Brantley Gilbert was at the fair too. The Traveling Wilburys. See, there you go, Jesse. You should be writing all this stuff down. It's going by fast. Sucker for anything with Beatles members. The Beatles are actually really good. The Animals. That was a good band. Did get to see Tom Petty before his passing. I wish I could have seen fucking Tom Petty. Been amazing. Soundgarden. Soundgarden's actually really good. Fuck, I just had a huge blank and I shouldn't be blanking on this one. Iron Maiden. Oh my god. That was terrible. How would I blank on that? Fucking Aces High and Can I Play with Madness and Electric Eye. All the good ones. Too much, right? I'm sure poor Jessie has carpal tunnel from all this. Oh, she gave up a long time ago. If Jessie actually wants a list of bands, all she has to do is just ask, and I'll give her a huge-ass list of things from whatever genre she believes that she enjoys. If she likes the Gorillaz, which is rock, poppy, with a little bit of rap thrown in there, depending on what it is. If you're listening to Clint Eastwood from the Gorillaz is kind of that way. Iron Butterfly was better. Twisted Sister, yes. We got here old Avenged Sevenfold. Early Avenged Sevenfold isn't very good. It was going too quick. Oh, you could have just taken screenshots of the chat. Probably been easier. He's in the band War as well. I didn't know that one. Sleep Token, man, Shy is all about Sleep Token. I like a few things by Sleep Token. I'm not gonna say I like a lot of their stuff, but I like a few things. I like NF. I like Dax. He's pretty good. Sure, I don't care. Send me a list, to be honest. Okay, I'll send you a list. I won't send you videos. I'll just send you a list. And then you got to go through and tell me out of that entire list which ones you like and which ones you didn't like. Listen to the song Radio by Big and Rich. I've listened to a lot of Big and Rich. I listened to a lot of Big and Rich. One of my favorite songs by Big and Rich is it was number 5 on the CD. I think it was number 5 or number 6. Never Mind Me. Never mind me. Here you're talking about like dangling his legs off the edge over a bridge, never mind him and stuff like that. That was actually a really good one. I like a song or two by NF. For NF songs, you have to be in a specific like mindset to listen to NF because a lot of his stuff is very deep and dark. Holy Water's your favorite. Holy Water's amazing, yes. As long as you don't listen to Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. I like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I don't like them as a group. I like their music. Alabama was always huge for me. Huge Alabama fan. Montgomery Gentry. Huge Montgomery Gentry fan. Always loved them. Charlie Daniels. Always loved Charlie Daniels. Humble Pie by Neil Young. Beardo hates Backstreet Boys. I don't. I liked them when they were early on. You can hear that start a Hang On Loosely guitar riff. Hang on loosely and don't let it go. Hold too tightly and yeah. No judgment. I just couldn't get into them. Boy bands are hard to get into. That's why I like the original boy band, which was the Highwaymen. Oh, let's see. If you guys like operatic stuff, I know I mentioned Celtic Women and Celtic Thunder. They do a lot of covers and stuff like that, and it's actually really good. Celtic Women, I have honestly seen them, Celtic Woman, I have seen them in concert 3 times, I think, in like really big opera houses, which is just fucking amazing. Humble Pie is a band. Offspring. Shy wanted to see them so bad. Celtic Thunder's good too, yes. If you're into 80s genre, there's a group called Ice House. I don't that one ain't ringing a bell either. I'm not into boy groups, I respect. You like Hanging Tough? I'm trying to remember a song right now that I just listened to earlier today. Teddy Swim. Yeah. Teddy Swim, Not Your Man? I think is what it was called. Aloe Black was actually really good. Pentatonics, when they first started, were really good. Lindsey Sterling. A lot of her musical compositions on violin are really good. Hailstorm's always been quite good. Great Southern Land. Ooh, ooh. Yes, Albert? Do you have your hand raised? We're just gonna talk about music the rest of this thing. Rocking in the free world. The Doors, Doobie Brothers. I think I mentioned them earlier. Just humming, hanging tough. Okay. Thought you were like raising. You're like, ooh, I got one. It was in Yahoo Serious film Young Einstein in '89. Love Hailstorm. Lizzie Hale's freaking hot. Those remind me of physical therapy. Oh my god. Skillet was good. Yeah, actually Skillet's still good. Daughtry, even though Jessie didn't like the song I sent to her about that. Pretty Reckless is amazing. Lead singer Cindy. Alright, okay. Ooh, I'm about to make you really pissed off at me. I got to see Pretty Reckless in concert. The lead singer was so fucking hammered she couldn't even stand to the microphone. She was so terrible watching that shit. Did you watch Jake Hart and Simply Strange's reaction to Stone Rock's interview if you really want to change the subject? I have not. No, I have not watched them. I have not. Yeah, no, the lead singer of Pretty Reckless, when I got to see them live, she was so trashed. She didn't remember the song she was singing. She couldn't even stand to the microphone. It was fucking horrendous. And I haven't listened to them since. Taylor Mumsen. I have a Discord. What the fuck I got Discord for? No notification? Yeah, it's a notification. I'm still live. Haven't even gotten to Blasting Fools yet. You watched Stone Rock's interview? I mean, we can talk about it. That's fine. I mentioned it a little bit earlier that I thought some of the questions were a little soft, but... You watched Pretty Reckless on TV, thought they were pretty bad. They weren't very good. Not when I got to see them live. It was really fucking bad. Like, really bad. Dice will hate to hear this, but my friend has seen Manson like 5 times, and he's always like that, trashed, late, and can't finish his sets. When I got to see Toby Keith live for the first time, he was so fucking drunk he was having a hard time as well, and it really pissed me off, because I was a huge fan of his, and now he passed away due to stomach cancer and stuff like that. And my ex took me to a country festival just to see him. She and I got into a huge fight. I ended up walking halfway home. And this festival is like 25 miles from where I live. And he was drunk. He was completely drunk, just trashed out of his mind, really. And she and I got into a fight, and I just started walking home. It was a bad night all the way around. Listen to a lot of rhythm parts of songs. All-time favorite song, Speedwagon, Riding Out the Storm. Yes, REO Speedwagon. But no, Cal, I did not, I have not seen those reactions yet. I'm pretty sure I have a fair idea what they probably sound like, though. Oh, excuse me. Now my nose itches. Okay, riding the storm out. You must have been typing too fast. You got riding out the storm. I used to listen to a lot of Speedwagon, though. Saw Little Kim, but she was only on for 30 minutes, even though we waited an hour for her. Ew. That fucking suck. That's why like small local festivals, you can see a lot of local bands and stuff too. Sorry. Missed the nipple song because someone in our party didn't want their boyfriend snapping pictures at the tech concert. Remember seeing Smashing Pumpkins and stopped mid-song and sat there for an hour waiting for the mosh pits to stop, and he said won't play till they did. I fucking hate the mosh pits, honestly. I watched the interview with Jason and Stone Rock. I don't get how Andrew thinks he's hiding something, but then simply whatever is also in the mix. Wait, what? I don't get how Andrew thinks he's hiding something, but then simply whatever is all... I think I'm missing something in your message there. Simply whatever is also in on the mix. Are you saying like, well, Simply Strange has been covering it like every fucking day. He does a new video on it. I watched Andrew's thing with Jason. Yeah, you're talking about Simply Strange, yeah. I think he's got so Ben from Simply Strange has an interview tomorrow with Jason at 7 p.m. British Standard Time, which is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. I saw Andrew and Jason's interview. I've interviewed a lot of people. My biggest thing is there was like there wasn't enough rebuttals to the answers given. And I rewatched it twice, actually, I think. And I think it could have been done a bit better. But Andrew was definitely... Andrew was like starstruck, so I can't like hold it against him that he didn't follow up on some of the questions, but I think it could have been better. Ben was lying. Yeah, I know that Ben did some paranormal fakery with his wife way back when. I never watched it because I've never fucking heard about the guy until I started watching J-Cart, really, so I have no idea. I know Jason gave answers to some questions that people had, and he answered a couple of mine. Then I got new questions that brought up based on what he said, and I was hoping that Andrew would follow up on it, but Andrew didn't. I know Andrew had a list of like 25 or 30 questions to go through. I think he did like 6, 7 questions probably, because some of the other questions got answered as Jason was talking about things. And I've said this earlier, and I'll say it again. I have nothing against Jason at all. I respect the guy, and I've watched him for fucking almost 20 years. And it's not him that I'm questioning, but the method of the purchasing. Not so much the why, but like how it's being done, how it's being handled is, that brings up questions. The biggest thing I can't stand about Ben from Simply Strange is he rides stuff for a long time. Like, every single day has been new update on the Conjuring House, new update on Jason Hawes. And it's like, just every single day. And it's really no new updates. Like, nothing actually new is happening when he's talking about it. Yeah, Albert, exactly. Like he's like he pumps out the videos like so fast. There's like just not enough. You think GoFundMe is just a weird platform? I do too. Like I definitely do think it's a weird platform. I'm glad it does exist because we used it to help Andrew with his vehicle crisis and getting him into a place and food and stuff like that. So yeah, it's got good purposes. I think it's really weird to use to buy a house, but whatever. Liftmaster Joe, new bombshell update. That's exactly what the last video he had titled as. And it's really not even an update. It's usually like a conglomeration of what he's gone through over the last like 24 hours ago. He's either behind the when he's talking about stuff, or he's like not on track for it. Like Ben, personally, he hasn't been rude to me. He's been kind of kind. He's done a shout out to me and stuff like that, and he's mentioned me once or twice or whatever. And when I contacted him personally, involving the Brooklyn death threat, right, I contacted him, and he, brought that video out the next day or whatever. So I can say that Ben was helpful, right? He did shout me out during that time, and he did bring the death threat to people's attention. Same like when I contacted Beardo, and Beardo brought it out the very next day as well. Right. So I can say that they were very helpful. They were very on task, and they were very like trying to get stuff going. But Ben is a little weird, but he hasn't been rude to me, so I can't say like personally I have anything against him. I didn't watch him during the Ben and Laney paranormal days, so I can't say anything about that. He tries to be trying to make amends, but never apologizes. He tries to be very, very neutral, but almost glazing people at the same time while being neutral to them, while criticizing them, but glazing them, but being neutral. It's like, if it works for him, I guess, but I just rather say things straight. Andrew's interview. Andrew is not a great interview person. Andrew is very much I'm going to read off my list of things, and we're going to go from that. So when I watched his interview process, being someone who has interviewed people for government positions and government officials, the interview wasn't great, okay? But being though he's a fan of Jason and kind of starstruck, just like I was when I ran into Beardo the first time, or when I ran into Jake Hart and ran into Andrew, I was starstruck too. I didn't know what to say. I said, you guys are amazing, yada, yada, yada. So I can't fault him for not pushing, right? I can't fault him for that. But I can say after watching the video that maybe some questions should have been looked up a little bit deeper on. And I can even bring up multiple examples if people want that, of questions that maybe should have been asked but weren't, right? Because in that situation, even I might fuck it up, because I'm a fan of Jason's. I'd probably fuck it up, at least a bit. So I can't say he was a great interview person, because he wasn't. But I have to give him the benefit, because he's talking to someone he has respect for and kind of idolizes, right? So he wasn't bad in that regard. But he could have gone just a little harder on some of them. Could have pushed a little bit more instead of just going, I agree, right? Saying I agree just kind of wipes the question away, which kind of sucks. Ben like another tapeworm? I wouldn't say Ben's like a tapeworm, but I would say Ben definitely tries to stay in the limelight for quite a while. You can't be honest if you're not fully honest. I agree with that. I try to be as honest with you guys as I can. There are some things I do omit because I don't want to talk about them, like my father and his potential health issues. Because I wasn't really ready, but it got brought up. So I'm like, you know what? That's a very interesting thing. It might be the time just to talk about it. What did he end up asking? He's definitely not a tapeworm. No, he's not that bad. Ben has been good towards me and good towards certain situations. He just wants to stay in the limelight. And the way to do that with the YouTube algorithm is to go update, 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 reaction, reaction, reaction. So Andrew is a good guy. I'm glad he has what he does now, but that was what I had issues with last week. Wait, huh? Andrew's a good guy. Andrew's a great guy. And I'm glad he has what he does now. But that was what I had issues with last week. I think I'm confused on that. It's like Highlander, there can only be one tapeworm, kind of. Oh, the initial rant? Okay. The only reason I call it a rant is literally that's what it is. It's just me going off topic on something. I have no issues with Jason. I have no issues with Andrew, anything like that. It's just the method. I want to know the method more. And I'm also really curious about like why other people aren't being more public about wanting to buy the house. Which that's got my own little fucking mind going on. It's like, is this going to be completely silent? Is that the whole thing that's going to happen here? It's going to be like some weird, silent, crazy shit. One of the things that Andrew brought up was if the benefactor, not investor, donator, right, the private pledge person, I'm glad he has a good job and at the but his rant was a bit much. Wait, whose rant? Did Andrew do a rant and I don't realize it? Like Jason said, people have out of the woodwork and they all know that you have money. Yeah. Like, I am completely fine with the person being anonymous. That really doesn't bother me at all. My only question on that is, when Andrew brought that up, Jason said he has no vested interest. And I said, okay, I understand that. But if I was in Andrew's position, I would have attempted to say, okay, does that mean that if he has no vested interest, he would be maybe barred from being on a board of directors? Because if you're donating, $400,000 and then he gets put on a board of directors, that would almost kind of bring up this idea like that whoever donated the most should be put into that type of position, right? That's a question that I would have followed up on because that's something I would want to know. I worked for a nonprofit and their board of directors, it was usually whoever would provide the most public content usually got to sit in the board of directors, and they basically just kept switching seats for their 2-year terms. It was really fucking annoying. Personally wouldn't even waste my time and money with the Conjuring House. There's enough info out there, people with personal experiences to tell me the paranormal aspect of the place was fake. Okay, so Andrew had a rant. Did I miss this rant? Andrew did a rant on huge channels not attributing the original person who did a thing. Wasn't that video just... That video that came out just today, though, didn't it? Or was that yesterday? Today? Yesterday. Is it? No. Fuck, now I'm getting goddamn confused. I'm gonna check. About the time yours came out? Okay, give me 1 second. Hang on here. Hang on. Let me look. Because I'm usually pretty consistent. I usually catch his videos. So hold on here. Hold on. Was that the red flags one? Or was that the a few days ago? He did a rant on the Conjuring House before his interview with Jason. Yeah, the red flag one, right? Where he's not really, well, he's reading someone else's article, I think. Right? Is that the one you're talking about? Or was there a different one? The red flag? Okay. Yeah, so the larger YouTubers one was today, I think. And then the red flags one was several days ago. And I think I did my live stream about that the night prior, I think. Because I literally said we were just talking about that. Maybe it was that night prior. Maybe it was the night of. I don't remember. I guess I was confusing with another one he did today. That's why I had to ask which one it was titled and how many days ago. Because, like, I subscribe to Simply Strange, and he pumps videos out every day about this. I subscribe to Andrew. I subscribe to Jay Cart and all that stuff. And sometimes I get lost on which videos I've already watched and which ones I have missed. Because I try to stay consistent with them, but sometimes I miss one. I gotcha. It was the Red Flags one. Like, I have stated that I don't believe Jason is out to dupe anybody at all, and I've always had a lot of respect for him, and I've watched him for, almost 20 years with Ghost Hunters International, and Ghost Nation. I've been a fan of him, Dave Tango. I've been a fan of Steve Gonzalez. I've been a fan of even Brian Hornois when Brian was a part of Ghost Hunters as well. I was a huge fan of all of them. So it's not him that I'm questioning. It's the stuff surrounding it. And what was it? Was it yesterday or the day before when Satori did her donation gift box reward thing? Was that yesterday or the day before? And, like, I have questions about that because they're talking about signed photographs of Jason to help with purchasing the Conjuring house, and then the necklaces with the wood inside them, and coffee mugs that say the Conjuring house, and, like, magnets and stuff. And I think it's supposed to be like thank you boxes for donating, I think is the concept behind it, which would be a lot of fucking boxes. I don't watch Cody and Satori. Well, she's trying to help Jason get the place by doing these boxes. Is it only 5 gift boxes? I mean, there's only 5 of those necklaces that you see with a piece of the barn that Jason wants to save in the necklace. And it's from Hawes Handmaids, or handmade by Hawes or something like that. Their little side business. And that was another thing, right? When Andrew asked if Satori, basically Satori directly, if she was going to be, owner of it or have any stake in it, he said no. But I think Andrew asked if she's going to be managing it. No, I would have asked, does that mean she's going to, deal with the public at large or anything like that? She's trying to help by defacing that. Like, that's what we're questioning. She has necklaces. There's 5 necklaces, and they each claim to have a piece of the barn inside the necklace. And then it brings up the question, has she had these for the year and a half that she hasn't been working at the Conjuring house? Or did they go there and steal these pieces of wood? Did she get these as gifts from Jacqueline Nunez? Like, it's kind of weird situation. So it's kind of like circling that stuff, right? Andrew couldn't have asked that question because that picture about her doing this for her dad came out like 24 hours after the interview happened, when Jason said that his daughter had no idea about any of this stuff prior or whatever. But if they're doing these gift boxes, that would give the indication that this was kind of planned, especially if they ordered mugs, unless they took the mugs from the original Conjuring house when it was run by Jacqueline Nunez and they were there. It kind of brings up this, like, what the hell? Where does this coming from? But Andrew couldn't have asked that question because it was after his interview. So he wouldn't have known about it until after. I don't even know if many people know about it unless they look at Facebook. But we don't know if she defaced the property or if this is from when she worked for Nunez. Like, it doesn't really say. I thought it was only 5 gift boxes with barn necklaces. I don't know. It didn't say 5 boxes, I don't think. I think it just said, like, thank you boxes. But maybe it is 5 boxes for the biggest donors, perhaps, to maybe get more people to donate. I don't exactly know. It's one of those questions that, like, I wish someone would answer. Maybe Simply Strange will ask that tomorrow night. We don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why, and like when you and I had our discussion through the comments, I was saying I've never said that he's faking it. I've never said that he's duping people. I just said, like, it feels like someone's going to get duped because of the method in which this is all going around. But I've never said that Jason himself would do it. It says last 5 boxes in the last paragraph. Okay, so maybe it is just 5 boxes for the highest donors, I guess. Hello, Friday. It's one of those, like, confusing aspects. And a lot of people that were doing the donations said if Satori is going to be a part of it, they really don't want to be donating. And Jason is saying, you know, vaguely, he's not admitting that, you know, she's going to be there, but he's like, I got 6 kids, they're going to be helping out eventually. But he's not stating, like, what roles they'll be doing because he hasn't thought that far ahead. Or maybe, and that's me giving the benefit, right? He hasn't thought that far ahead on what they would be doing. Because I work, like I said, I worked with my dad. We had a family business, yada, yada, yada. I understand it, right? But it's just like, that's a little weird. And Andrew maybe should have pressed a little harder to see, like, because Andrew asked if she'd be managing it. Jason said no. Then if I was an Andrew, she would be like, okay, is she going to be dealing with clientele? Because her runnings with clientele were to tell them their loved ones were talking about them. So... You're holding off on criticism. I'm not criticizing them per se. I just want to know, like, answers. Answers to questions that keep just coming up. And as I stated before, it doesn't matter who you'd put in there. You can take Jason Hawes out of it and put in you could put in Josh Gates. You could put in Chris Hemsworth. You could put in Tom Hiddleston. You could put in anyone in that name title if you take Jason Hawes out. And my first thought would be, this seems like a weird way to go about it. Why this format, right? That's what would always make me question, because it just seems weird compared to what everyone else is doing. But I think I heard a couple other people are doing GoFundMes for it too, which is, again, really weird, but because it seems like just a really weird idea. It's just a little suspect because it was 24 hours right after. Yeah, it was within 24 hours of Andrew's interview that Satori posted those pictures with the burnt pieces of wood in them, which is really weird. Another interview with Jason is needed. He says he wants to be upfront with everything. Someone needs to ask the tough questions. It would be nice to have one location, right? One video, even from Jason with all the questions answered. But it seems like you have to go from, like, video to video or comment section to comment section to get all of it. I'm all for the history to be preserved. I don't care who does it. It's not haunted, but it is history. Yes. I love the idea of it going to, like, a historic association or a historical society. I love that idea. I like it to be turned into a museum personally. Granted, it's probably going to need a lot of work for that to happen, but it'd be a great way to do it. Give it to the historical society. And, like, when Jason made the comment that it wouldn't be able to sustain itself, if you turn it into a museum and it does tours, it's not going to be, like, crazy detrimental to the house. It should be pretty well kept up. You have someone on the grounds, you know, most of the time to help take care of it or whatever, but it wouldn't be all that crazy to fix things there if no one's actually, like, living on the property and doing a bunch of crazy stuff inside of it. It should be all right. Just do general walk tours every hour, every 2 hours or whatever. Then you don't have to worry about building a parking lot and the neighbors being unhappy with cars on the roadsides and all that stuff, because people would pay to, you know, do a tour, right? I think that'd be a great idea for it. Instead of it being a paranormal spectacle house again. I saw a comment up here. I want to go back and read it real quick. They looked burned, so it brings into question she was scavenging in burnt rubble for pieces. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. He did mention putting Kenny Biddle in the barn. Yeah, to do like scientific research and stuff like that. If you want to keep it as a place to haunt at, make it an Airbnb at fair prices, otherwise a museum. Yeah, pretty much. He could have claimed it instead of published it. True. Very true. I'm also watched Paranormal Entertainers for entertainment and the history of the locations they're at, but I question the haunting parts. I definitely question them when they come to, like, Zach Bagans. I watch him only for entertainment purposes. I do not watch him for anything else. It is strictly for entertainment, because that's all that man is just... It's bad entertainment, but it's, like, so bad it's kind of good entertainment. You know what I mean? I hope that with this next interview that Ben does, however, I think Ben's going to do softballs as well, and he's going to be praising Jason and stuff like that, which I understand doing that because it is only going to give you a better reputation amongst the overall community, which maybe that's why people wouldn't want me to do it, because I wouldn't be that type of person, because I'm not that type of person. I don't really glaze people very well. I told Andrew, like, you got more content, you're a better creator than I am, and yada, 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 because he's been doing it longer, he has a much bigger following. But, like, when it comes to live communication on camera with people and with chat, I've been doing it longer than he has. I'm a little bit better at off-the-cuff stuff. But I would like for some of the questions I still have to be answered. I don't think they will be. But it would be nice to, like, with those gift boxes, did someone go back to the property to get those chunks of wood to put in the necklaces? Is it actually from the barn? Were they gifts from Nunez? Are they only going to be gifted to the highest donors? She has signed pictures of her dad, of Jason, so you would assume Jason knows about it, right? Like, if he's only going to have Satori be his, PR person, cool. If she's not involved with the clientele, then that's probably a great thing, right? That'd be an awesome thing. Then people probably wouldn't care that she's around if she's just his PR person. If he decides to have a board of directors, is the dude that gave the $400,000 going to be on the board of directors at any point in time? Is he going to be banned from that? Is he going to be barred from that? He talked about, a trust fund. Does that mean the LLC would have its own trust fund so that would stay inside the business, even if Jason passes, or would that be passed on to his kids through a trust fund? That, those are questions that Andrew could have dove in a little bit more on to get us a little bit more answers, because when Jason brought that up, it kind of just brought more questions to my mind, because it's like, well, that sounds weird. Well, what about this scenario? Would you already have a plan for this type of thing? They could have been signed from cons or whatever he did prior. That's very possible. But then they also have mugs and, like, magnets from the Conjuring House, which would still be the property of the Conjuring House, owned by Nunez, unless they were gifted to Satori, maybe. Or maybe Satori made them just recently? I don't know. Which makes it one of those things that would be like, if it was stuff taken from, like, the gift shop of goddamn, I can't say her name now, of Jacqueline's, right? That's then theft. Unless they bought it a while ago or they made it new. It's just weird. Especially since Satori is known for having controversy, let's say. Reach out to Jason, see if he'll do an interview. I don't think he would do an interview with me because I'm way too small and I have no following at all. I'm not judge anything until everything gets clear and done. That where I want to see it go is my personal opinion and thoughts. I'd still like it to go to a historical association or society. I think that'd be the best option. And then the next option would be just someone going there to live on the property, because the property is really fucking nice. It's an amazing property. I call him Zach Douche Baggins. And yes, Friday, you're right. He gets possessed a lot, and I watch it for entertainment. I usually watch it strictly to watch Aaron's reaction when he's told to go do something he doesn't want to do. That's literally why I watch it. If they were made, it makes no sense to have 5 mugs magnets. You typically would do a whole shipment. They either did that, or they feel like they're getting in the house, or they are old. Yeah, like if they're old, cool. They, that means they either bought them or they were gifted them by Nunez or whatever. That's kind of cool. But if they were new, then it's like, why are you making them so early? He hasn't got the house yet. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even have that as a question until I saw the image about it on Facebook. Or someone got the image from Facebook and sent it to me and go, what the hell is this shit? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Ben from Simply Strange, Kyle, is doing an interview with Jason tomorrow. 7 p.m. British Standard Time, and then that is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is my time. And right now it's almost 11, so you can kind of gauge yourself on that, on what time zone you're in. And there's going to be a live interview. It's going to be the first time that Ben from Simply Strange has gone live on YouTube, and I think it's like 2 years or something like that, so it might be worth watching. I don't know. It depends if you can deal with Ben or not. I also want to know more about the parking situation and how much land they would estimate using for that if they got it. Right. I mean, Jason mentioned that they'd have to do some type of parking situation, or like Central Time, yes. Parking lot or something like that, because of the neighbors having issues with people parking on the roadways or doing weird stuff before. And then he talked about like having a festival or something there, and which maybe the neighbors would be okay with, maybe they wouldn't. I have no idea. But yeah, it'd be really nice to know like how you'd go about doing that, like how much space they actually have. Because when I look at the pictures of the Conjuring house, I'm pretty sure it's only like a 2-lane driveway, right? 2-car driveway. But I think the driveway is like, I think you can have up to like 4, maybe 6 cars in it. Kind of like what I have in my driveway. It's like, it's a long driveway, but it's only like 2 wide. But I'm not entirely sure. It's not got much land to use for a car park unless it's on that glamping pod bit. I think that is further in by the rock wall and stuff like that, towards the forest. Yes, Central Standard Time, right here, CST. Because Central Daylight Time is bullshit. Gotta love the Midwest. Go Wisconsin. I don't know. Like I said, though, I respect Andrew and I respect Jason, and I can't say Andrew was like all that terrible, because he probably was a little starstruck, but when Jason was talking, he brought up different things, and it's like, huh, how would that work? So that's just what I wish was like a little bit more on, but I don't know. I wouldn't want them chopping down the forest. I don't think they would. I think there's enough space up by the front, but it's always hard to tell because the cameras are always pointed like garage, barn area, house. It's always pointed at an angle, so you don't really get to see what's all on this far side. Love cheese and beer, I guess. Wisconsinites love beer. They do. I can say I really don't want to watch Ben's interview, though. As much as I like Ben, like, he's a decent guy. God, I really don't want to watch his interview. Would it be cool to sit down with Jason and like have a talk with him? Yeah, it'd be fucking amazing to do that. And I would bring up some of these questions to him, but I think I'm too small of a creator. I don't have the that type of following, and I'm pretty sure he's getting really annoyed by doing all this. But or maybe he's enjoying it. I don't know. Every time he gets to talk about it, it seems to only help him out with the GoFundMe anyways. So maybe it is a good thing he's doing it. He even admitted at the start of the interview he's a fanboy. Oh yeah, he was fanboying. I mean, fuck, I'd fanboy a little bit too. I fanboyed for Jake Hart and Beardo and all of them when I first talked to them as well. Especially when I talked to them on like more personal levels. I still do it. I was asked by Andrew to help one of his buddies do streaming a little bit better. And I was like, dude, you have more of a following than I do. You should help that dude. Don't put that on me. You help that guy. But then I sat down and watched the dude stream, like, okay, these are the things he should maybe edit and take care of himself with, and he'll do a little bit better. Reach out anyway? I guess I could. I live on the East Coast over 20 plus years. I love the Midwest. Midwest is awesome. I love the Midwest. I'm wondering if there's a leech field there that could change things too. A leech field? I have fucking no idea. I'm watching Ben interview. I will be doing my diecast cars. Well, he definitely knows a lot of people have questions. He got to be ready to answer. Doesn't matter how annoyed he gets. Right, but I wouldn't want to, like, anger him, right? Because, like, if you anger one of the, like, most well-known paranormal people, and I'm not a big paranormal person, but I am in the fucking community. I watch all that shit. Even if I don't talk about it a lot, although I talk about it more often now than I have in the past, I wouldn't want to anger him or make him upset, right? And that's one of the things you always got to worry about when you're doing the interview, is if you push too hard on somebody, or you really ask them to rephrase something or explain something a little bit, more in depth. That tends to rub people the wrong way sometimes, And I had that happen when I was dealing with Russ Feingold, who, by the way, he was a fucking dick when I interviewed that man. He was a fucking asshole. You can look him up. Russ Feingold was a politician here in the state of Wisconsin. He was a dick. Yes, I did interview him. Yes, I interviewed Ron Johnson, who is Senator Ron Johnson. He was an asshole too, all right? They were both assholes. I interviewed both of them. And Ron was only an asshole if he felt like he was being disrespected. And then Russ was an asshole on and off camera. So... yeah. I'll see him get upset once, and that was about a restaurant owner lying about ghosts and laughing in their faces. When did that happen? Okay, you're not watching the interview. Gotcha, Tim. When did that happen? You sound sickly. I am sick, Sway. I'm sick. Sway has a frog in his throat. I'm doing all right. Shut up. Don't make fun of me, damn it. But, Ann, when did that happen? I don't remember. I need to get myself some more water. So, it happened on Ghost Hunters. Why do I not remember that one? Although there were a couple times that they got upset and different things. Restaurant owner lying about... Or was that old Ghost Hunters or one of the new stuff? Because I know that they had he had one season not too long ago that was still available after Grant. Restaurant and the owner planted things. Oh, okay, I gotcha. They talked about... I thought that only no, that might have happened at a house too, I think, though. I think that happened at a house where someone had speakers in the walls and stuff like that. Yes, it's old? Okay. I gotcha. I think I actually have Ghost Hunters on DVD someplace. I should go fucking rewatch it all. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pop another cough drop and get myself some water, so give me 1 sec. Speakers in the ceiling? Okay. It's the one I'm thinking about then, because I said speakers in the wall, but yeah, ceiling. I was close. I was right. It's the one I was thinking of. I was close. Change it because he's getting old. Fuck you, Sway. You got gray hairs at 25, motherfucker. 26. I ain't got gray hair yet. I'm doing better than you are. Shut up. Cal is 30% sticky. That's the first sticky percentage, I think, tonight. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, okay. That is the one I was thinking of then. About to go get a snack and then see what Moon is up to. Everyone have a great one. Feel better, Beagle. Thank you, Friday. Thank you for dropping in and chatting and listening to us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening as well. Live on CST. The gray hairs are from stress. Brother, I know stress too. we already talked about what's stressing my ass out way earlier. You know, it's funny, I was supposed to be fucking playing Battlefield, but we're just discussing stuff, which is so much nicer sometimes. Why do you hate the sticky bot, Jesse? Just because it makes you drown in the sticky? Ah, there we go. These things are amazing, by the way. I love them. It was in California. The episode? Is that what we're talking about? The episode was in California? I don't remember where it was, but I remember the face in the mirror in the bathroom, the speakers in the ceiling, which is... I thought they were the walls, but it was in California? Okay. Why does that not surprise me? I was going to say California or Florida, probably. Oh, there we go. Sometimes the yapping is just an essential thing. Yeah. It's nice to do, especially when things are confusing. Ooh, Mayo, you dirty girl. Pam Spencer, hello again. Changed your name? Not spam. You don't call her spam. It's Pam, not spam. She's not a chunk of meat. I wasn't prepared for Pam to just pop up out of nowhere again. 20% for Pam. Sway doesn't like getting sticky. Damn it, Pam. 100% for Tay. Tim says I got gray hairs at 26. I don't have any gray hair. I'm pretty fucking good. I told you I was tired. Fucking meat in the can, just taking the can and shaking it to get the fucking spam to come out. Oh, that's rude. That's rude. Can't believe you do something like that. That's just rude. Changed it back because YouTube keeps putting up the @ names. Gotcha. It's fucking hilarious. Ooh. Interesting message. It is good to see you though, Pam. Wasn't expecting Pam to just pop in out of nowhere again. I just noticed that my dog stole my pillow on the couch. He looks way too happy about it. You can hear him snoring. You guys probably can't, but I hear him snoring. I also hate that it's too long, right? Poor Pam, not spam. Anna's never gonna live that down now. So my partner's name is Sam, and together we are. Oh my god. Thought for sure Beagle's gonna say something zesty after eating spam. Fry me up some daddy. Anne was psychic. Fry me up here, little meat. Give it to Beagle. Yes, Jesse. Spam. Actually, fried spam isn't that bad. It's actually kind of good. Fry it up and put it in between 2 pieces of buttered bread. There it is. Yeah. Shut up. Oh my god, my throat is so sore. I am not broken. I'm good. This was all prior to this night, so it's all fine. Psychic. I have that problem. I make predictions, and they're coming true more often than I would care to like. A local community that does it already, and I'm crying, laughing. Nice. That's the way you should be. I'm gonna ask Shy to pick up some spam tomorrow now. Yeah, as long as I don't go into a coughing fit, then I don't have to worry about blowing another fucking disc out in my neck. That's literally how I blew my disc out last time. I went into a fucking coughing fit and blew it out the side. It was fucking great. I'd rather not have that again. Not living this one down. Nope. That's with you forever now. Every time you see Pamby, I go, hi, Spam. Beagle's banned from predicting now. Right? Okay, hang on here. Positive prediction. I will get a phone call from Global tomorrow, and they'll tell me I have the job. That I had to do the virtual interview with the fucking AI. That's what's gonna happen. I heard extremely hot sauce helps with the sore throat. I'm good. I'm not doing the hot sauce. Fuck off, bro. I don't need to sound like a seagull anymore, and I already do. Fuck you. As my prediction. My prediction is going to be positive. I'm going to get a phone call from Global, and I'm going to be told I have the position. And if I get that job pays around $22 an hour. It's only about 15 minutes from home. It's fabrication work, which I've done before. It's nothing big or new. And it's during the day, so I can still stream at night. So hopefully I can get that one. Although the interview with an AI was really fucking weird. I didn't like that bit. Your middle son bought a can of commemorative spam. It's 15 years old. It's still edible. You can still eat it. I don't think spam ever goes bad, I'll be honest. Kind of like Twinkies. Oh. Ha, I didn't pop my shoulder out of joint this time. Is your middle son 15? No. My grandma would cough until she gave herself a hernia. A waitress gave her a Coke soda to sip when she had them, and they went away. Good Lord. My prediction is that Blue Jays are going to win Game 7 and go to the World Series. Fried spam is kind of nice. Pineapple juice helps to curb the coughs. I really only have them right now because my daughter decided it'd be fun while Daddy was taking a nap to cough in his face repetitively. So that's why I have them, because darling little daughter decided to go in Dad's face. Otherwise, I wouldn't have them. And I'm still not A1. Thank you, Pam. I had a bad cough, broke 3 ribs. I haven't had that. I just herniated disc. And why what? That would rage bait me so bad. You could never be him. Also, have you heard that he's now wearing a paper bag on his head? I mean, that's good for him. Wishes he was as cool as Spam. Gotta love kids. No, some days you really want to punt the kid. You want to punt that kid like a goddamn chihuahua over the fence. Just burp. That's what you want to do some goddamn days. Kids do not just say the darndest things. No, they do the damnedest things. Then, oh my god. Our oldest, right, he goes, Dad, whose trophy was upstairs? What the hell do you mean whose trophy was upstairs? What are you talking about? Oh, there's a broken trophy upstairs. Okay. Why are you telling me this? I found it like a month ago. You found a trophy a month ago? Yeah. It's broken. Yeah. Where is it? In my room. Okay, where in your room? On the floor. Where on the floor? 3 feet from my bed? Your bed is up against a wall, surrounded by walls on all sides. I have never seen this thing. Oh, that's because it's under the table. So it's not on your floor. No, it's under the table. Okay. Who broke the trophy? I don't know. Cora. Your sister broke it. Yeah. How do you know your sister broke it? I don't know. Come to find out, no, Shy broke it because she accidentally dropped the little painting trophy that she got for when she was doing art school and stuff like that. So she broke it. Somehow my son found it in his bedroom and tells me a month after finding a broken trophy that he found it. Sometimes these kids make your brain go Kyle, yes, there's actually an image of him doing such. A brown paper bag. Why, I have no idea. Maybe he's afraid of his own shadow nowadays. I don't fucking know. Did she put it there? No. It was in a box. So we have no idea how it got into the kids' room. It was in a box. She broke it, bringing it back from Montana in April. And he found it a month ago, is what he said. And he blamed his sister on it being broken. Like, what an asshole. Such rage bait. So he blames his sister on breaking something that she never messed with. She decides to cough in my face, which gets me sick. Like, our kids are just mean. Like, how could you blame your little 3-year-old for breaking something that you don't even know was broken? If I had $1 for every time I say that I don't think his insanity can get any worse. Oh, yeah. Every time I say, like, nothing's been going on with that dude, something happens. The next fucking day. Every time. I have survived raising 3 kids to adulthood. Everyone survived more or less unscathed. I learned to laugh at most things instead of getting upset. I get upset because it's like, I just want a straight answer. Because I can't get from A to B without hitting, you know, D, E, F, G, H, and Z somewhere down the middle. It's like, God damn it. They're mean, but you love them. I do love my kids. But goddamn, they give me a headache. And then the youngest has an obsession with our bathroom door. We've literally put a lock on the outside of it so he can't open it. And so he does, he opens it, and it's a chain lock, and he just takes it and slams it. Shit. Slams it. Over and over and over. It's like, oh my god, stop! Having kids are worst. Christina, no, having kids is not the worst. Sometimes they make you question things, though. The best is when you ask your kids who did something, they point the finger at each other. Yep. He makes a paper bag work. At least it covers his eyes. He can't glare at the camera anymore, I guess. Going to war is easier. I mean, it definitely makes you question a few things, I'll tell you that much. I love my children, but goddamn, they give me a headache. And I'm surprised they haven't given me more gray hairs, so. Same middle child broke my finger in the bathroom door when she was 2. My kids won't let me keep the bathroom door shut. I close that thing, go to do my business, and nope. One of them comes flying in no matter what. Either it's my youngest who gets himself out of his little, like, his pen to calm down and stuff like that, crawls himself right out, runs in the bathroom, busts the door in, closes the door, and sits and watches me, and it's like... Or my daughter comes in to talk to me, or my oldest goes, Dad, I gotta go pee now. It's like, are you serious? Give me 5 minutes. My sister locked our mom in the shed. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest, Cal. It doesn't surprise me at all. That's why we made sure that only certain doors in the house actually have locks. Otherwise, our kids would lock themselves in places we couldn't get to them. I'm afraid my kids are going to mess with that freaking wardrobe back there tomorrow. It's got zippers on it, so they can't just keep slamming the doors on it. And you do zippers this way and then one down the center, and it opens up into a nice little wardrobe. But, ugh. Mine drive me insane every single day. I feel why. Just why. And how the fuck did you do that? Yep, how the fuck did you do that is definitely something I ask a lot. I had to try to figure out how one of my kids got M&Ms inside of a syringe, but didn't actually pop the end of the syringe off. That was a fun little thing to deal with. Gray hairs arrive when they are older, teenagers. Shit, when they're teenagers, I should have gray hair because I'll be fucking old. Damn near my 50s by that point in time. Nieces and nephews are enough for me. My friend got his kids into Warhammer stuff, or they will never have any money for anything else. That's fucking true. Still here, but listening on the stream. I appreciate you still hanging around, Tim. Yeah, you have a lot of how the fuck did you do those moments. My oldest has been telling me he has a imaginary friend, and his imaginary friend is called Surface. I'm like, what do you mean his name is Surface? He goes, like the surface of a table. I'm like, what the fuck kind of a name is that? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, he's your friend. Well, I don't know why he named himself that. I'm like, you're like, oh my god, you named him that. Do you mean you don't know how he got his name? My god. Kids can do the impossible. It freaking seems that way. Like, you give them something to eat at breakfast. Like, for my youngest, he gets changed after breakfast, and then somehow, his changing before lunchtime or nap time, he ends up having breakfast in his diaper. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. And that's happened a few times, where he ends up having what he had for breakfast in his diaper, but he's already been changed into a brand new diaper after breakfast. So that's always a mystery. Mine is a preteen, they call it. I feel if he is like this now, I don't know how I'll keep my last brain cell from frying when he really becomes a teen. I have those moments. Surface? Yeah. Yeah. He named his imaginary friend Surface. But he says he doesn't know how he got the name. But it's like the surface of a table. That's how he spells it. That's what he says. Kids are very unique. And they really make me question things some days. And then because Shy keeps getting baby fever thanks to Tay and everything that TikTok is telling her, she's like, I want another one. I don't know if I'm ready for 4. Can we get one out the door first? Yes, very weird. Parenting is fun. Mine would be there immediately rearranging the entire wardrobe. Yeah, that's why the zippers are up towards the top where they can't reach the zippers. You have to be an adult to get the zippers. Which is such a nice feature. My eldest child is the reason my youngest child never had kids and they never babysat again after my infant daughter threw up on her. I am lucky. We haven't really had like throw ups or big poo spills or anything like that. At least I haven't. Shy had a couple, but I didn't. So she can keep them. My oldest said to my wife yesterday, I played toys with the new baby. That's interesting to hear. That's interesting considering new baby ain't out yet. Sway, I'd keep an eye on that one for a while. Isn't the new baby a few months away yet? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love how we can just go from topic to topic in this community. It's so much fun. Sway should be a little concerned. The imagination is already incorporating the new edition. Yeah. My goddaughter once said at 2 years old because her uncle said it, and I quote, I whack off. Oh my fucking god. I mean, mine's going, what the fuck and what the hell, so. Actually, my oldest now has a new phrase. He goes, oh, sugar tits. So that's always interesting to hear. My daughter heard me putting the wardrobe together, and I told her, thank you, I really don't need you to help, and she kept putting pieces on where I didn't need them. I'm like, oh, fuck me. And she put the piece somewhere and shook her head and goes, fuck me. I'm like, damn it, don't do that. No, bad. Yep, I'm afraid to send him to my dad's place because I know they'll be even worse because he's got one hell of a mouth on him. My baby isn't due till May 13th. Psychology says that's usually okay. You can find any dolls strung up like an offering I'd be worried about. Ooh, excuse me. No, our dolls just end up with out clothes all the time, and then we can't ever find the clothes again, and their limbs are always missing. We actually caught my youngest. He actually had a Barbie doll leg, and he was just sucking on like the thigh part of a Barbie doll leg. I don't know who gave it to him. I don't know what doll it came from. I have no idea. But he somehow had it. And he's just sitting in his pen watching Miss Rachel and just sucking on this leg. He's not chewing on it, he's just sucking on it. It's like, what the fuck? Where did you get that? My sister used to terrify the family when she was 2 by saying shit like, when I was a grown-up, yeah, I remember you saying that the other night. I remember that from the other night. Yeah, kids are something special. They're definitely something special. And then you always have to look at your partner or whoever you had to make them, and then you go, that's your side of the family. When they do something really weird, it's always, that's your side. My oldest is great at mathematics. He's great at reading. He's great at like writing sentences. He's great when it comes to like everything that he has to learn academically in school. I'm like, that's my side. And then him running from the kitchen and living room going, Wee, I'm a bull. I'm looking at Shy. I'm like, that's your side. That's how we usually do this. Kids are great. It's the offering part that's concerning. The rest is pretty normal. The Barbies' heads don't come off. It's always the limbs for us. It's not the heads. They stay on. So I guess my kids don't like decapitating things, at least. I'd be happy for that. Hello, Remy. Hi. How are you doing? No, put your claw away. Thank you. Oh. All right, what else is on y'all's minds, man? What did we do tonight? We did medical issues, possible streaming job stuff. What else did we cover? We covered the Hawes conjuring stuff and Stone Rock. We covered music, a lot of music. Covered Zach Bagans. We've covered children and their antics. We've covered a lot of weird topics tonight. We are very strange people. Very, very strange people. I do not own kids. I hope you don't own kids, because that's a little too much. Like, if you're paying for them to have ownership, I don't know about that one. But my bestie and I have plants, but I enjoy them more. They are my kids. Oh, fake plants in my bedroom. Why do I miss all the fun? I don't know. Thank you. What are you thanking us for? What's the thank you for, Anne? Decapitation. The I do not own kids part. You should change the name of this live to Talkative Sunday. I will probably change it, yeah, after this is all over with. You call us weird. Thank you. You guys are fucking weird. Yeah. Kids own you until you die. I mean, no. They're 18, they're gone, technically. No, not always. I mean, some people live with their parents into their 30s, and 30s, possibly 40s, you never know. Everyone's a little weird. We all float down here, I guess, type of situation, Weird chat Sunday. Yeah, it's been very strange. My youngest put different colored limbs on a Barbie and said, I'm a surgeon. Like a surgeon. Organ transplants. Best and I have medical issues. I gotcha. They're gonna go farce way. The roommate has plants. Cats run the house. Partner streams games on Twitch. Hey, I don't even know how that feels. Except I run the house and I stream on Twitch and YouTube, and we have cats that run the house. Normal is a fairy tale. Everyone is weird, exactly. Live in the basement, wear a bag, Be a dredge to society. Yeah. Actually, speaking about cats running the house, I went into my garage to get something earlier today. I found 3 dead bodies in there. 2 of them were mice and one was a bird. The fucked up part is they were in a fucking triangle in the center of my goddamn garage. Each one was missing a head. My cats apparently have a kill spot. The way I cackled seeing that, by the way. I have a feeling mine will move just for Mom is so fucked in the head, I make his friends laugh and make you want to hide. Your cats are sewing shit. It's called safekeeping. Yeah, no, yeah. So, the two mice were towards the front of the door of the garage, and then the head of no, not the head, but the bird body was at the head of the triangle, pointing towards the back of the garage. In the center of the garage. Maybe the heads were being put on Barbies. I fucking hope not. I hope not. Kitty cult. I just want to know what Cat's doing. Like, I'm cool with the cats, like, getting rid of the mice. No problem. I really don't want them to go after the birds, but why is it bringing them there to take the heads off? Maybe I'm good without a kitty cameo. Oh. Kitty cameo. Everyone loves Remy. Kitty cult for sure. What you thinking, huh? Right there? Oh, yeah, huh? That's the spot. Where are the heads, though? I'm assuming they're eating the heads, or they're taking the heads someplace else. I have no idea. I didn't find the heads. I didn't look very hard, to be honest. When I saw it, I'm like, yep, I'm just getting what I need, and I'm leaving. And that's all I did. And I'll go in there tomorrow. I'm like, nope, that's a tomorrow beagle thing. That's not a today. That's a tomorrow. I will deal with that tomorrow. They're not going anywhere, so, you know. Is it all of them? Yes. All of those three animals are missing their heads. You're fine. You're gonna crawl back in your little basket. That cat's looking at your head a lot tonight. That's the initiation to the kitty cult. I like Toothless Kitty and Pirate Kitty. Pirate Kitty's sleeping on the far side of the room. Are they summoning something with the body parts? I mean, they could be. Maybe they'll summon some good luck. My cat goes after the squirrels and chipmunks. He tends to leave the bodies by the door. I don't know if it was just one cat or if it's multiple cats, but they are bringing the bodies into the garage and leaving them there, so. I mean, it could be breakfast for the cats. I don't know. Maybe they did it because I didn't share my fish with them. How many do I have? I have 4 cats. 2 are basically primarily indoor cats, and then the other 2 roam outside, but they're indoors half the day and outside half the day. They're just using the ritual to protect from the sheep entity. Fuck that damn sheep. Oh, hello there. I'm surprised you guys are still out and roaming about. You are a itty bitty little tick. Hey, stop moving. Damn it, Remy, you brought one in. There we go. Crushed him. So that one wasn't actually going after her. It was just riding along on her, apparently. Yes, they do actually have flea and tick stuff, but it still happens. 2 gangster cats, they run the streets. There's no other cats around besides my dad's, but they don't really fight that much. At least you're not getting... No. If I ever found a live mouse in my bed, it'd be whipped across the room real fast. You hate ticks? I don't have a problem with ticks, to be honest with you. I can take them, just crush me between my fingernails. I ain't gotta worry about it. If I find another fucking sheep right before winter, I'm moving. I'm not gonna have some trickster, fey, sheep demon thing lure me into the woods again. Fuck that shit. It wasn't fun the first time. I'm definitely not doing it a second time. You know what I mean? It ain't happening. Never follow strange sheep. Yeah, I learned my lesson. Shut up. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to follow it in the woods a couple miles again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience I don't want to do again, so I'm good. My creepy house that you still want to find, Jesse, so... You see another sheep, you tell it to F off. Now, if I see another sheep, I might put a bullet in it and make some fucking lamb chops. Get myself some mutton. Hey, don't do that to the carpet. It is not your scratching post. Thank you. Or worse, it's trying to get you to let it in the house. Nope, no thanks. I wonder if the cats wear big master lock chains when they're on the streets. How can you be gangster in the country? If I was in the city, maybe, but I'm in the country. The second he goes to bed, bah, bah. If I hear a bah outside my damn doors, I'm gonna go on the fucking deck with a big ass flashlight and wait to see something. Ticks, you'd rather die. Get the shivers. No, it wasn't a goat, it was a sheep. And it still had like what you would assume to be the umbilical cord coming from the stomach all the way down to almost the ground. Gangster sheep, Jesus Christ. I was just trying to be helpful and take care of it, but gangster country cats. That sounds like a great band name. If anyone wants to ever start a band, you should call yourself Gangster Country Cats. I think it would go far. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Jesus Christ. Possibly. I would hope not. What have I missed with a sheep? Long story, happened a long time ago. We don't talk about the sheep much. No, I'm kidding. A sheep showed up at my house randomly, and I don't have any sheep farms basically anywhere around me. And I followed the sheep into the woods, and it basically wandered off the side of the... It wandered off my property to my neighbor's property. I tried to follow it through my neighbor's property, which got really fucking weird because it's like straight formed rows of trees. So you're like walking into something you shouldn't kind of sensation. And then I stopped chasing it. I started walking back to my house. It started following me, but it wouldn't come back on the path. And then the next morning it wound up at the old residents of this house. It wound up at their house, which is like miles down the road. It was weird. So I need to finish that book. If you hear that and go outside, God bless, may his soul rest in peace, because he's a goner. Possibly. Handle everything but spiders and rats and snakes. I handle everything, so it doesn't matter what it is, I will deal with it. That is my duty. That's why I've gone out with a gun to deal with a potential bear or whatever. I'm clearing out notifications right quick. Give me a second. I hate looking at my phone just seeing a shit ton of notifications. So I always gotta go through and fucking clear that crap. Otherwise it just drives me nuts. There we go. I'm better now. Sheep whisperer. Nope. Nope, it is not Silence of the Lambs this place. Send the Karens to deal with the bears. You don't have any nearby, Sway. That's what country living is like. You really don't have to worry about people visiting that often. And the last person I had that even looked like a Karen was a woman that had a bobbed haircut that tried to walk around my house when I have no other doors to enter my house besides my front door and then my deck door, which is on the second story of my house. So, yeah, that was interesting. She had, I walked out with a gun. And that's what the fuck you doing walk around my damn house for? They never came back. Probably a good thing, too. That's like I just got told today that someone's going to be on the property this upcoming week. I wasn't told what fucking day, but they're going to be going back behind the house to investigate something that someone did not long ago that we reported. So they're going to go back and investigate it. It's like, okay, cool. I know not to, walk out on them when they're doing their shit. So at least someone told me about it. Send the clowns. Shit. I don't have any clowns. I am not a keeper of clowns, so I ain't gotta worry about that. And something tells me I don't have to worry about that for a long, long time. I do have one song I listened to called Electric Funeral by Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is good. Good. I think I'll probably keep streaming Borrow J Carts, fuck that, for about another 15 minutes, and then I'll probably call her in the evening. Because it'll be about it'll be midnight my time, so about another 15 minutes. So if there's anything else you guys want to bring up for conversation-wise, do so. It is free for you to do whatever. The Killer Clowns of 2016, that was a fun fucking time. That was a raging fun time. I don't even remember where the hell I was living at that point in time. I think I was still living here. Or maybe I was in Madison. I don't remember. I was either in Madison during that, or I was here. No, I think I was living here in 2016. Because I'll be with Shy 9 years on the 23rd or 24th. So yeah, I would have been here. I would have just moved back from Madison, give or take, something like that. Because I think I met her early 2016, so yeah, I would have been moved back in here by then. So I was still in Madison in like 2015 then. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. I just realized my Xbox has been on this entire time because I was going to be doing Battlefield. I could probably turn that off now. Because we got to talking, and talking is good. People like the talkie. Yeah, no, I would never borrow J Cart's clowns. That would terrify the fuck out of me. I'm good. He can keep those fucking things in his goddamn room. Things are fucking terrifying. One of the reasons I never have to worry about ever going to his house, because I would probably shit a brick, walk around the corner and just see all that crap. Yeah, Sway, you young. Talking is very good until you get tongue-tied. I don't really get tongue-tied. I get tongue-tired. Having grown up on a farm, my thought about clown in a field was, how soon will a farmer catch catches up with one of those idiots? Luckily, I never saw any clowns in the fields either. He'd probably send some to you. That's why I don't have my P.O. box open to anybody. I'm not going down that road. I'm safe. I ain't got to worry about it. No one knows my P.O. box. No one needs to know it either. And those that I will give that information to will never share it. And if they do, then they're dead. His clowns are scary? Yes. No, not happening. Nope. He wouldn't send his clowns. He has to keep them for his collection. So, yeah, there you go. I wouldn't get a single clown. I wouldn't have to worry about it. He can keep them. I'll be good. Damn good without them. I do not have to worry. I am clown free, my friends. Clown free. I think he has his ways. He ain't getting my P.O. box. I'm good. You can look up my ass on Google Maps and you won't find this place. I am fucking fine. Now, if a meetup were to ever happen, he would probably try to bring some type of fucking clown object to get me. I would almost guarantee that happening, but I think I'm good. I think I'm safe. I'd send you spam. And I'd be very appreciative to have spam. The P.O. box only puts someone within 40 miles of my parents' place. Yeah, I don't think a in-person collaboration will probably ever actually happen, Jesse. I mean, my P.O. box puts people within about 10 miles of where I am. But, that's a lot of homes in a 10-mile radius. Even in the country, it's a lot of homes. So I'm good. My arm is starting to itch. Luckily, whatever I had an allergic reaction to, the rash is going away, so I'm happy about that. Fucking crap was blistering and just, ugh, annoying as all shit. Don't share your P.O. box personal address. I don't share my personal address. That's all for me. Killer clown thing was going on. Once started charging at my car when wifey and I were leaving the grocery store. I would have fucking decked him. Decked him or kicked him in the fucking kneecap. 8 pounds of pressure and you can dislocate a kneecap. That's all it takes, just 8 pounds of pressure, and the human leg exerts, on average like 32 pounds of pressure, so you could fucking bust a kneecap real quick. Just like a real quick movement. Oh yeah, you can do it. No worries. Or Sway just going like hockey fucking mode and just grab the nearest thing and just smack somebody alongside the head. Jesus Christ Alpha coming in then at 69% sticky. Hello, my friend. It's stupid. Some people would hit him. Right? So whenever charges at my car trying to threaten me, I'll probably fucking drive over the sumbitch too. I probably wouldn't have a single care in the world doing it either. I would not worry for their safety. I'm protecting me and mine, man. You ain't on the list. It says you're on Battlefield on Twitch, by the way. I know it does. I planned on playing Battlefield, but we never got around to it. We've been chatting the entire stream, so. And like I said, I really don't fucking care what Twitch says, to be honest. I really don't give a fuck. I don't share my address, but if someone did, well, they deserve what they get. Yep. It's like I keep telling everyone, I got a rifle nearby. You may never see it in the camera, but it's nearby. I am not afraid. That didn't happen. Yeah, I know. We never got to Battlefield. We got lost in the chat. He was holding a balloon, so I hopped out and lowered the shoulder. You ready to fucking charge that some bitch? He ready to break. He ready to fucking check him real good. I'd be in the same position. I'd be ready to just wreck somebody. I never worry about my safety at all. I'm all good there. I worry about other people's safety though. I don't like the things that go bang, but I am great at archery. I haven't done archery in a very long time, but I use the things that go bang because bear. And what I have that goes bang will go through a bear from start to finish. And if it's going to go through a bear, it'll go through a man. I don't like clowns. You watch one. You watch this clown every fucking day. I am a clown. Look at my hair. My hair gives it away, right? Shiny, red, and then, you know, weird swirly on top. I'm my own clown. I'm afraid of myself. That's why I don't look in mirrors anymore. That was a stupid joke. Not invalid, but you don't have a red nose and weird makeup. Could you imagine me actually wearing makeup? I don't think I look very good. I don't like clowns either, but I watch two clowns though. Thanks. Fuck off. All my friends except my best friend who loves them is fearful of clowns. I'm not like fearful, I just really don't fucking like them. And if someone were to like wear a clown mask and try to scare me, I'm probably gonna deck him. I'd probably start swinging for the fences real damn fast. Hello, Ghost Wiener. Trying to do the triple call. I don't think you're getting Mr. J Card to visit with that one this time around. You'd love to see it though. You'd love to see someone try to scare me with a clown mask. That's just rude. That's what that is. That's fucking rude. You want me to be all frightened and shit? Rude ass. Just to watch someone else get leveled. That's mean. The spooky wiener has arrived.
Oh, well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown.
Fuck you, Sway. Everyone looks good in face paint. It's a whole art. I don't think there's enough makeup or paint to make this fucking face look good at anything. Speaking of which, I gotta shave tomorrow. I'm down to my last razor. I gotta shave and get this all trimmed up so I stop fucking pulling on it and yanking my jaw down. This way he's trying to scare people with fucking Pennywise. Rude. I'm many things. Is deranged one of them? So I think we're all a little deranged. I don't paint would work for the worm though. I don't think. Gotcha. Tim Curry's the only Pennywise. I agree with that one. Anyone ever seen Giggles the Clown? Unfortunately. I've seen a lot of clowns and a lot of different things, and I don't like fucking any of them. I just saw, got a notification. I guess people are trying to get Andrew's latest video taken down or struck or something like that. His latest one about big YouTubers and stuff like that. Interesting. I remember going through that situation not that long ago. Dang, you don't like yourself, Beagle? I don't fucking like myself at all. Why? I would assume because of, more than likely, like, I haven't watched it yet, but I would assume because there's unedited video from someone else's channel, because you have to, like, adjust the, like, the saturation or something of the video in some way, shape, or form to have it edited. And then you have to make sure that you're talking over it at a relatively good pace. And I don't know if that's done in that video. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say exactly. But that's more than likely what I would guess is the issue. I'm not sure. At least Amber Dust said, hey, people give support. Someone's trying to take it down. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess. And if it gets taken down, it gets taken down. You just got to basically adjust what YouTube tells you, and you can bring it back up. So, or he can redo it like I had to redo it. You know, it's not a huge thing if you get a video taken down. It's annoying as all fucking get out, but that or have to have permission from the channel, or else it can be a copyright strike. Yes, unless you are able to prove that you're using that you're changing it enough so you don't have to worry about that. As long as he's talking over it longer than anything, he doesn't have to worry about it. His last video contains a clip of Selena's Spooky Boo. Well, that's always an issue. I know that was in his thumbnail, but like I said, I haven't watched his actual video yet, so. And if it's a clip, the best thing to do is to saturate it, to make it less bright or make it slightly brighter or whatever, and that helps a lot with creative, what the fuck's it called now? I can't remember the name now. I'm drawing a blank. The viral 911 call from the guy who said there was something non-human in his truck. I've never seen it or heard of it, so I can't say anything about that. Transformative. That's what, yep, that's the word I'm looking for. She stole the thing from the original person and didn't attribute it? Okay. Which is not uncommon at all, really. Fair use, yeah, that's the other thing. It's not creative if you dull it down. If you take a video and you adjust the saturation on it, or you monochrome it, or whatever you can do to that, what it does, it allows you a little bit more leniency because you have changed the video from its original format, which is what Side-Eye Guy was doing with smoke billowing over the videos and stuff like that. And you get away with it for a little while, but you also gotta stop every so often. You gotta talk more about it, then you gotta activate it again, which is what I did when it came to A1 stuff. And when they tried to do anything to it, they couldn't, because I had fair use. I changed it. It was transformative artwork at that point in time, transformative content. So that might be the situation. It may, if that clip, depending on how long it is, I have no fucking idea. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it. if he isn't speaking during it and it isn't changed at all, yes, he could be struck, or he could get the claim, or it's very possible it just says copyright on the thing, which you can go to YouTube and you can see. And I get this all the time, right? Because people play sound effects. Those sound effects are copyright. And then if you take your cursor, your mouse, and you go over where it says copyright, it'll say whether or not the person who has the copyright is going to come after you or not. If it is okay to use, if it's not okay to use. It actually does say that. And like I said, I deal with it on a regular basis because of the sound effects that people use. So that could be what's going on too. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I haven't talked to him. I have no idea. I'm just saying that it could be a possibility, and it is a very easy thing to take care of. You can literally clip out that bit that's got the copyright mark and it tells you the times on it as well. Or if it says owner says it's free to use or whatever, they don't have to worry about it. And a lot of the sound bites I have do have that, but a couple of them didn't have that, so I had to remove that sound bite. You know. So I don't know what it is, but if it is that situation, it's very easy to fix. If it's someone telling him to take the video down, like emailing him, I would assume there'd be a post somewhere saying that from him. I don't know. I'm just saying I got the notification that Amber Dust made a post saying that people need to support Andrew on his video. And it literally says, because people trying to remove it, but it could literally just be, hey, you have copyrighted material, but the person is allowing you to use this. Yeah, because it was 15 minutes ago that got posted. And it says, please show Andrew some support. It seems some people are trying to report his video. And that's it. So. But I don't know the full situation. I probably won't know the situation. So. You guys would have to talk to him about that or somebody else down the road. I am probably going to jump off for the night. It is midnight. And I'm going to go try to get some sleep. Hopefully you guys can find information on that from somebody. I don't have it. I have to watch the video to see where it could possibly be at, because I haven't done that yet. But I wish you all a great night. I am outie.